Alright, it's time for more Kingdom Hearts. It's been a while since we've done this.
Yay!
Yay!
I don't remember what we did last time.
We had just finished the first half of the game. We had done the Hollow Bastion War.
Oh, yes.
Kyrie's
Yes, that's
been
right.
kidnapped, Mickey's being suspicious, and now we get to go on to the World Tour Part 2.
Yay!
Yeah.
When are they gonna make a Bart Kira but for Kingdom Hearts called Kingdom Barts?
Oh, this seems evil.
Well, don't worry.
Oh, Jesus!
We'll be if we go back to the good old year of 2005, you can look up all of your Kingdom Farts parodies.
I think it's what Homestuck is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
I swear to God, I think I just heard chanting. I hate it here. I hate any time a Fallout game says, go do...
Mulan, hey, no time to talk. We gotta catch that guy.
Oh, I do hear it. Oh, I don't want to turn around.
I'm following him too.
Okay. Okay.
For those who are in stream, or I guess those who watch the VOD of this, Ben is obviously playing Kingdom Hearts. Sarah and Oates are fucking around in Fallout 4, and I'm combination playing Warframe and also nursing repetitive stress injuries on my wrists.
No!
Now you may say, Saturn, why are you playing Warframe when you're nursing repetitive stress injuries on your wrists? So I just say, shut up.
Shut up.
That's
I said.
correct.
Let me live. Also, you're not my mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you are,
exact
in which
order.
case we need to have a talk.
Why are you watching the stream, Mom?
Well, I mean, anyone who watches the stream, I appreciate. So.
I guess your mom could watch the stream. Hi, Mom.
I don't think she'd appreciate
Hi,
it.
any
but-
moms who are watching this stream.
Happy Mother's
Moms
Day.
If you're watching this on Mother's
can be
Day,
watching streams.
If you're watching this on Mother's Day, you're a bit late to the party. I hope the world of the future is better than the world of the now.
Mom, what the hell are you doing watching this? Go away.
it has been a hot minute since I played a video game that runs correctly.
That's
Yeah, because
right.
you've also been playing a good amount of Fallout 4 lately.
It's true.
That's correct.
I'm the only one who has not yet been sucked back in by the Green Fairy. Which is to say Fallout 4 and not Absinthe.
I mean, are they any really different?
Fallout 4 is...
Because I would say
Fallout
that
4 is not Fallout 4 is not hallucinogenic on purpose.
I was
I
also
mean-
going to argue Fallout 4 would taste like a
After somebody from Organization 13.
mid-Atlantic
Where's
beer,
that?
not an absinthe.
Yeah, that makes
And probably
sense
a
to me.
warm beer.
There's a rumor in the Imperial City about a
Like, because it's still Fallout at the end of the day. It's still Fallout 4.
For me, I think Fallout 4 tastes like this. It's very. No, I won't go for a specific example. I'll go for the general example. Imported Asian sweet snack foods, which you say they look delightful, and then you bite one, and you're like,
Why
yeah,
is this?
oh.
Why is this somehow both crispy and also like soft and like caramel with like if you had made crystallized caramel and also it's dissolving. I'm not sure I enjoy the sensations happening.
for me, the specific framework is this looks great, and then I eat it, and it's like it's not bad, but it's not really anything.
Okay, let's open this box.
Hancock, why can't I look at your pretty face?
I don't know why it's not working. I would just do the... I don't know. Maybe there's something in like the post section of the Nexus that's like recent. Maybe somebody there has found a fix, you know? Let's see.
I need more lanthorns. No.
Hunter's Manor is extremely good,
Yes,
by the
it
way.
is.
I know Ben did it, but like it's really good.
I think that's another one of the ones I installed on the Gorge replay mod file and just never actually got to.
Because it requires getting to Far Harbor, which is, I suppose, why nobody ever mods
Yeah.
Far Harbor. But
Yeah,
have
it
you
is a
considered
journey
that
to
Far
get to
Harbor
it.
is
Well, like
that Far
Far
Harbor
Harbor's,
is like extremely good.
Oh,
Far
you
Harbor
did?
is relatively early, but the problem is I didn't play much on that file, and also I think I was playing with Horizon on, and one of the things Horizon does is slows leveling significantly.
Yeah,
want
so
that.
you can't get to Far Harbor until you're level 15. Like the quest doesn't even open.
Yeah, and they change it so it's like, oh, you get double the perk points, and it's like half the leveling speed, because the idea is like it's the easier way to slow down enemy level scaling.
And it's probably like longer bursts of like, oh, I get a thing now.
Yeah, you get like a huge power upgrade every level. The problem is, what Horizon does not do is change the level access for any of the DLCs. Which means that if you're playing a regular-ass Horizon game, Nuka World doesn't unlock until like level 35.
Oh boy.
Which means I'm basically never actually doing Nuka World in a Horizon game, because that's like dozens and dozens of hours of playing Horizon, which I love, but it's very stressful.
If it makes you feel any better,
Anyway,
I'm not happy about Nuka World. I know when we did the Gorge episode on Nuka World, I said some things about how much I enjoyed it, and I regret my words and deeds, because in replaying it, I'm having issues trying to do the good boy version, where you go and off all of the
We better get off the mountain.
all of the
The Raider
Raider
groups?
gangs. My game crashes anytime I decide to go do the good boy version. Like,
No!
just full crash. The second it switches over from one quest to the other, it crashes. So I'm not
It's-
actually able to do it.
With the number of problems that you've been having, I really do wonder if it's because you're on Windows 11.
That's what I'm thinking. Genuinely.
I mean, I'm on Windows 11 and I don't have those same problems, but also like I know I am, I think, working with better hardware, but so I don't know what impact that has on the hardware footprint side of it, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because it could be that it's just like, it's fine for me because I have an excess, but it, like, if you're playing on Windows 11, it does somehow increase system utilization in a way that makes it worse for, you know, people using systems that are fine on Windows 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, I play and I'm having issues that I've never encountered before, and it's really bothering me.
It's very weird because you aren't like downloading a ton of new mods and stuff.
Not really. Well, not for New Vegas. For Fallout 4, I've got a little bit more, but it's still not.
You're not doing like
It's-
you're not doing like full overhaul things.
No, I tried and then immediately went, no, I'm not doing that, and then completely clean slated it and started over.
I can't get up there yet. Okay.
My poor wrists. Oh,
Not like this.
the autorice.
Barbara for the lady I left behind. Heart, or I will hold you for all time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
I've only got the two clues right now. Hold on.
Oh my god,
you're gonna hold me in your heart for all
time? Come on. Oh my god, you're gonna kill me? Oh my god.
I need another safe key. Okay, so oh, there's a door here. Okay, hold on. What do we got? Empty just cans.
It's like you're playing a survival horror game.
Hmm,
Nothing of
hold
interest
on.
here.
Folks, I have a minor question. You might have answers to this.
Yes.
Right.
What's up?
I'm realizing, I think because my ex used to play on my computer, it still has mods from like the in-game station in.
Oh.
Oh, those might be conflicting.
There's probably there might be a
Uh,
conflict going on.
It depends what because I don't think they really changed too much, and if it did, it would anything that you have modded in would, I think, overwrite the Creative Club content, because the Creative Club content loads before literally any mods.
Not the Creative Club content. The Bethesda. You know how like Bethesda has their own mod menu?
Yeah. Oh, I
Like the
see.
game? Like it could be from that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you
Maybe
should
you should
disable
roll
that in game if you have any of that on. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see.
So hold on. Let me read those again. Barbara for the lady I left behind. Heart where I will hold you for all time. Okay. And then there's this bell puzzle. This is a really good
It's really
mod.
good.
I'm really extremely impressed by it.
I'm very excited to do it again when I get to that point.
I think it's fucked up that people make mod content for Fallout 4 that's like more in depth. Yeah, more in depth than the actual shit that people got paid money to make.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's really
fucked up.
crazy.
I'm still so mad about all these little details in Fallout 4. It drives me mad as I'm playing it. It really makes me mad.
I will say though, I said it on Twitter earlier. I think Far Harbor is like my third favorite Fallout thing. Like,
Oh yeah.
Far Harbor's really good.
like Far Harbor is insanely good, despite everything.
I think I would appreciate if, like, because I have problems with the Bethesda approach to Fallout. I think in general, just in terms of like Bethesda, because the company, like the Fallout New Vegas is great. Bethesda, the company, cares a lot more about exploration than the RPG side, which is not necessarily like my shit. But Far Harbor to me feels like if they made a game that had as much layering RPG elements and like fucking set depth and everything as Far Harbor, that would be an unambiguously good Fallout game. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
All this
it
to
would
say-
be great. It's like there's just a lot of I don't know, like the fucking like the vibes are really good. Like it's just that the atmosphere is like immaculate.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
the pastiche is really strong, and all the environments have like really significant details that tie into other environments in the area in a way that makes it feel like an actual lived-in space. And like Fallout 4 is a great game, but it's not very good at that comparatively.
yeah, oh yeah, of course.
Boom.
So I assume to get the third clue, I have to solve the bell puzzle for the safe, Ben?
Oh, I don't remember. I played that like
Oh.
2 years ago. Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
To open the safe, to get this key, you'll have to solve my riddles 3!
Yeah, exactly.
Like real like actually though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I made the joke.
It's great. What's this note say again?
I realized I can both play Warframe and have carpal tunnel if I just simply use the weapon that I don't have to aim or repeatedly click. If I just hold down the mouse if I just hold down the mouse click the entire time, it's fine.
It's fine. Let me see. Prendergast's final note. My work here is done. I do not know how long it has been.
I think I might have figured it out.
Yay!
Oh, good.
The official high-res textures mod and the unofficial Fallout 4 patch were both installed inside of Fallout 4's like mod and like library itself.
Oh, and that's a problem if those aren't because the unofficial Fallout 4 patch, depending how long ago that's been, that is out of date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that might be part of it.
Yeah, the texture pack shouldn't cause any problems, but also the official HD texture pack is a very bad.
The official one is also notably like it causes a lot of problems with anything that retextures,
There he is!
including something like a Hancock mod that makes it prettier.
That'll do it, yeah.
Also, I love this cutscene where You think Zigbar teleports away, but he just runs.
Ah, much like Harry Dubois, now I.
Mm-hmm.
I teleported up the ladder. You climbed it. I teleported.
Sora teleports up ladders in this game because they did not bother to give him a climbing animation.
Where is...
He doesn't need one of those, probably.
I mean, he can fly sometimes, so
where's the
not
stuff that
really.
was in the-
What?
What?
The raider just walked right past me. He stopped and then turned around and then immediately got aggro.
He's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Wait, hold on a second. You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, I wish that kind of comedic timing was intentional, but I know better.
Where is the thing that... broken fragment. Is there anything on them? No?
It wasn't Riku. Instead, it was the most important character in Kingdom Hearts.
Gamzee?
Zigbar.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Which I guess... Oh god,
Don't
do I
say
want
it.
to think about
Don't
that
do
for a
it.
second?
Don't open that
no.
Pandora's box, then.
No,
Don't
Zigbar
go
is
where I
not the
can't follow
Gamzee
you.
of Kingdom Hearts.
Well, he's the most
God.
important character in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but I don't think Gamzee did a lot of like time traveling and body swapping. I mean, he might have. I stopped reading like 4 or 5 years before it ended. That probably happened.
He did a lot of time traveling, but for that comic, it's like saying that he did a lot of drinking water.
Yeah.
Right.
In fact, that might be part of the problem, that doing more time traveling than drinking water.
I like that. They're talking about the cloaked figure that visits the Emperor of China, and he's like, he didn't give his name, but he was very rude. And Sora's like, that's gotta be Riku.
Yeah.
It's the rudest motherfucker I know. Riku's like, God, you don't have to clock me like that, Jesus.
He's the reason I don't believe in. I'm on the naughty list. Remember? No one. Sora's holding a grudge.
That's true. He's getting a lump of coal this year because of Riku, that rude bitch.
Barbara for the woman I left behind. I don't even know what this riddle means.
But
I need
no.
the last piece.
What's the riddle?
The idea of, or yeah, is it like a Fallout riddle or is it like a riddle?
It's like a riddle.
What's the riddle?
Well, so far, I think it's context.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
it. I
Barbara
meant,
for the woman I left behind. Heart where I will keep you for all time. And then I need a third piece. And then the note is excuse me. Let me scroll down real fast. Let me find that note. I really need to get a better, what's the word?
inventory thing.
Inventory, manager. So the note is, it says, however, it may not, this is like the very end of it. Or it's, if you have reached this far, I implore you to turn back. It might not be too late. If it is, you have already opened the box. If you have already opened the box, then despite our best efforts, we have failed. However, it may not be too late to change course. If you are pure of heart, you can solve my, and heart is underlined. You can solve my puzzle, find the clues to unlock the safe, and find the professor. So I need a third clue, and
Well, if it's on Heart's underline, maybe it relates to the first clue where it mentions someone being kept in their heart? Question mark?
yeah. Oh wait, I wonder if there's something with the skeleton. Hold on, maybe there's something kind of hidden in the
Well,
skeleton.
it's Fallout, so the skeleton's gonna be involved somehow.
I
Yeah.
love adventure games. Maybe it's involved with a skeleton.
normal thing. All right, you.
That's what playing Dark Souls is like, also.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of skeletons in Dark Souls.
They can't give up.
No, don't
And also,
skeleton.
they have butthole? Question mark?
Turtle?
Turtle?
Dog?
Dog? Dog?
This is a dog.
Dog?
Pick the turtle with a hat on.
Dog?
It was very funny after the VGAs. A Sam Barlow tweet came up on my timeline, which she's the writer/director of Immortality and her story and all that. And it's like, reason number one why I didn't win Best Direction at the VGAs, and it's just a picture of the fucking turtle pope from Elden Ring.
That's correct.
Good for him. He understands.
He does.
Let's see.
I keep forgetting that I modded that I modded my character's height, so she's just towering over this she's just towering over everybody.
Good for her.
She deserves
It's great, but also it results in weird issues sometimes in conversational dialogue, in much the same way that occasionally we have some problems talking to Aura in Final Fantasy XIV because they're either too tall or too
because
short.
of our Narin
that's-
height mod. Yeah.
That's some cutscene direction problems. Fallout 4 doesn't really have that problem because it has no dynamic cutscenes.
Well, the problem is that dialogue windows do scale to where it thinks a head should be.
Exactly. So I'm currently every now and then it'll be like, okay, so I'm looking at like the top of a guy's forehead, but then other times I will have a weird first-person perspective from my character's tits, which is just a strange thing to think about.
It is
EOB.
funny how like there is no height slider in Fallout 4 at all, so every character in Fallout 4 is the exact same height.
Drives me insane.
EOV, you're a little hater.
Maybe I am. What of it?
I have to grind this
Highlight.
bounty until they give me the fucking lanterns. Please, my lanterns.
Give me the lantern. Give me the lamp. Shit.
No, give me the rock. Now pass me the rock.
Give me the lamp.
I'll be going
Oh,
to
shit,
Agrabah.
got it.
I'm gonna try to aim for Agrabah today. That'd be cool.
Got it. I'm so smart.
Yeah, that was the
Yay.
solution.
It was you had to find
God,
find all
Sora's
3
so
words
cool.
and then put them in the right order.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
see. Well, congrats on your Smarticus.
I'm so smart. Now let's see what's in here. Circuit breaker.
It'd be very funny if they had a video game where you solved a really ornate riddle and opened a door and you walked right through the door and like immediately a hit in the face with an explosive landmine.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Let's see what's down here. Enter the secret room.
Ah, that's always a good sign.
I love secret rooms.
They said
Oh,
whatever's
shit.
in this room, you're not allowed to know about it unless you trust you
fuck that up.
or you solve a riddle.
Oh. Big.
Also, this mod has a extremely cool thing where you can get a unique lever action rifle that uses 10mm ammo instead of the usual.
So the perfect
45
weapon.
45 Yeah, so it's like the perfect weapon. Yeah, it's like a little bit weaker than your average normal lever action rifle, but it's still good.
Down here, you.
So
The ammo is
It's
so
like,
much
oh,
more
right.
accessible.
Exactly.
Where the fuck is... Is there an enemy trapped in the geometry?
Oh, shit.
The survey says yes. There we go. Oh my god, other people in this mission, please kill things. It's time.
There we go.
Hello, Nick. You're so short now.
Hello, metal
man,
husband.
Do you stand a short king? Just checking.
Yes.
You know, Stephen Russell's great in that role, If they could have gotten a stunt cast, though, I would have loved that to be David Lynch. Yeah. I used to be a police detective.
I thought you were going to say Bill Farmer, which also would have been hilarious.
I used to be Bill Farmer.
Like just get Bill Farmer's Makoto dialogue and redub it with Nick Valentine.
God.
And throw in a little bit of Hot
Hancock,
Pop for
very
good
well.
measure. That episode where Hot Pop goes to like does a whole noir thing.
Oh yeah.
Could also be a great Nick voice. Listen, see? We gotta solve this crime.
That's kind of what he is doing, a little bit.
It's more of a Humphrey Bogart, but yeah.
I like that this
Humphrey
boss does an
Bogart.
FF14 AoE attack, and you have to avoid it. It's great. It's a precursor. I'm seeing my favorite games in new light. Now, if he would just stay on the ground so that I can defeat him.
Oh, Hancock didn't like that. Oh, okay, Hancock. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay, Hancock. I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
I told him I liked Pikmin's art.
Oh, he doesn't.
Well, I like the artwork in Pikmin too.
Not that
design.
one.
I think Pikmin has a good art design. Olimar's a cute little guy.
I like when Olimar commits all those horrible eldritch murders.
Yeah, I also like Pikmin.
I think it's pretty fucked up. There's a whole minigame in Pikmin 3 where you can just make these masterpieces out of the crushed bodies of your Pikmin.
Well, yeah, they're
I mean, you
all
can just pull them out of the
primary
ground, but
colors.
you
They're all
know.
primary colors, so like their flesh makes for good ink tones.
I guess that's true. I don't know enough about pigments to dispute that.
They are just carrots. There we go, finally. Oh, come on. I think I'm probably intended to have ranked up master form here so that I can get that double jump to more easily get on top of this thing. Get up on this Hydra's back, as they say.
They're always saying that, you know?
Phil has taught me
Always.
many valuable lessons, such as getting up on Hydra's backs.
I'm always saying this.
No, come on. There we go.
Yeah.
God, does this bitch not know how to do this fight?
What?
That was actually pretty good. So, the
Oh,
whole
sweet.
crux of Huntress Manor is
I
that
can
like
finish him in
is that you're like trying to open a box, you know? And you know, obviously, like the mod is voiced because it has to be, and they recycle pre-existing voiced lines from other parts of the game for the
Right.
protagonist, right? Because like, you know, there's several 100,000 lines for the protagonist. I'm sure you can find what you need somewhere in there as long as it isn't too elaborate, right?
Right.
So you ask this guy asks you, you know, did you open the evil box? And like he says it in a very serious tone, and if you just tell him yes, the protagonist just goes, yes. like yeah, I guess I did. That's really funny to me.
Soul Survivor, did you open the box? Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
I kind of opened your evil Lovecraftian box. I'm sorry.
It would please me to reward you. What is it that you wish?
Well,
Oh, god damn it.
you say a guy in black came to see you. What did he say?
What?
That is all you request?
The game crashed, and I was like, all right, that's fine. I am doing something that I probably shouldn't be, which is to say I was clipping through some shit.
That's right.
Having fun. And I come back to the old save,
They are the source.
and Hancock's face is back to normal.
No!
But it would seem someone of evil intent
I don't know what I'm doing.
dragons and transformed it into what you call a hot.
Why? Why is my life like this?
I don't
Why
know,
doesn't
I'm
anything
sorry.
just stay correct?
Could alert and prepare my
So fucking stupid. Why is it like this? Look.
I was about to, but he told me this situation had changed.
Alright. I don't know.
They would take care.
So after the bit where Sora calls Riku rude, Li Shang reveals that Riku told the Emperor about Sora, Donald, and Goofy by saying 3 wise guys would show up.
No idea. But at least I
3 schmucks are gonna show up anytime now.
was good enough.
Now then, Famula, do you have a request?
I'd like Shang. I mean, what? The captain.
Yes, my dear, what is it?
People, Lucas.
Captain have a vacation?
3 goofballs.
Three bunch of
A
dum-dums.
couple of knuckleheads are gonna show up.
Yeah, the 3 wise guys, alright, I'll tell you. They're 3 frickin' stooges.
Captain Lee's responsibility is to protect the Emperor. And yet, Mulan,
Yes.
would you like to serve alongside him and protect me?
What?
2 reads together.
Please free me from this prison.
But the choice is yours alone.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Yeah, I finally got to a point where they can do Far Harbor stuff, and you can immediately tell because sometimes Nick's voice lines just drop an octave.
Sound a little different.
Yeah,
My man forgot how to do that voice between
Yep.
recording sessions. It's fine.
It is also one of my favorite things about Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition, where you can tell that Raven's voice actor, I think it's just a radio guy.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he has not done a lot of voice acting in the interim of recording Raven lines. He kind of forgot a little bit how to do that voice.
You know, it's
Voice
fine.
acting is
Sometimes you
hard.
forget-
It is very hard.
Sometimes voice acting is hard. Sometimes you forget how to do the voice. It's fine.
It's
Have I
fine.
unlocked the next bit? Let's get this.
Mhm.
Oh, Magnara. Okay, good. I don't have to do more Atlantica just yet. No, actually, I want to go get some synthesis stuff.
Excuse me.
Careful.
I'm gonna die.
Please don't.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Oh, wow. Huh. That Yagura was already incredibly wounded. I hope that doesn't mean anything bad.
I hope there's nothing else in the area that's about to ruin my day.
You ever just like
I'm in danger.
see a bunch of enemies fighting each other and you go, I'm gonna let that play out.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh,
It's
3
great.
death claws, okay.
There you go.
I see like a group of raiders fighting a death claw and I'm like, you guys will handle that.
I believe in you.
No, you got it. Don't worry about it.
It's fine, I'm fine. It's okay.
Also, does there happen to anyone know if there's a mod to prevent vertibirds from crashing?
Yes.
Good.
I mean, it's just a. It's just.
Why
a
would you want
natural-
it to?
'Cause
I know it's
anno-
extremely funny.
Well, it's funny, but it's also annoying when they crash on top of me.
That's fair. Yeah, it's just like there's just like a mod. I mean, the fact is that like vertibirds just, and the one problem is, of course, that this can also be your problem too, depending on how your relationship with the Brotherhood goes, which is to say, bad. The thing is that vertibirds just don't have a lot of HP.
Yeah.
So you know, like there's obviously tons of mods that give them more, but you know, then that becomes your problem too at some
Yeah.
point. I wonder if I think the other problem is that like vertibirds in the area accrue damage and don't have a way to repair, obviously.
Right. Which is funny.
So, which is funny, yeah, of course. So I wonder if there's like one that gives them a regen. So if you encounter them, as long as you just whittle it down to 0, then it's fine. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just funny when they just spontaneously explode in midair because a blowfly just shot at it.
I just every single time I see
They
one,
also decide to go crash on top of you, yeah.
well, not on top of me, but just like every time one happens to be in the area, it's in the process of crashing.
Well, yeah, it's a
It's a vertibird.
helicopter in a video game.
Also,
That's
to be fair,
true.
it's a helicopter. Helicopters in real life also love to do that.
Yeah.
It turns out when your thing is basically like a little metal boat where your central propulsion mechanism is a fan that is held to it with one screw, mechanical failures are pretty regular.
As
You
it
hear that
turns
blackout? You're a loser.
That's right.
What movie did Blackout die in?
The first one!
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense.
One, yeah. He's a bitch. Where are we
He
going?
goes down like a bitch in the first one, and then they reuse his model in the second one for no reason, and then name it Tankor, and it's that one. The second one is the one who Optimus says, "Give me your face."
Oh God, yeah,
That
they sure
doesn't-
did have Optimus Prime say that, didn't they?
I know Peter Cullen like actually was angry about that
Oh really? That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
because
That-
his Optimus Prime, like his whole personality is based off of Peter Cullen's brother.
yeah,
Right. And it's
So
like
him-
no. Yeah.
him being like a war violent or like a war crazy psychopath instead of a very upset and fatherly veteran is just kind of
Sure.
you know there's
Yeah,
a
you
distinction there that's bothering him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like there was the other one I think in the fourth one.
Where do I get dense stuff? I might
Oh, Valentine, we're really in it now. We really gotta hike across this whole fucking island, don't we?
That's right.
Anyway,
Okay.
the fourth one, I think, is the one he also has a problem with, because his response to, I think, Ratchet dying is, I will kill them all. And by all, he's referring to, like, Decepticons, just, like,
Mhm.
just a war-torn, like, genocide.
It's really amazing just how those movies are just like, yeah, we're just gonna keep killing everyone. It's like, why?
I still am always just in awe at the final roster we had for the last night.
It's incredible.
Who
They're
were the
all
last
so-
members of the
so
Autobot
bad.
team? It was fucking Hound and Crosshairs.
Hound? Yeah, like the
it's-
characters
it's-
who have never mattered ever.
It's Optimus. The final roster for the Transformers movie is being incredibly generous. By the way, is Optimus, Bumblebee, Drift, Hound, Hot Rod, and Crosshairs.
It's astonishing.
And I guess
You know how-
I guess
you-
the Dinobots were there.
I will say, as someone who doesn't know anything about Transformers, I recognize maybe 2 of those names.
Yeah, and they're Optimus
That's
and Bumblebee.
correct.
That's correct. You are exactly correct with the 2 names recognized, Ben. Thank you.
Oh, blue.
And then I mean, like with Drift, he's just like unrecognizable.
Yeah,
you know
oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? It's just like
Favors
it's like Hot Rod. Don't you freeze, you fuck.
The master does have his shy side, you know.
I forgot the wardrobe actually talks in this game.
Oh fuck, we just froze.
I-
Oh fuck.
I wish Beast
Wow,
was
that's-
like joined your party in that costume.
Oh wow. Yeah, folks, the game just like literally froze. We don't even have like a crash to desktop. That's fun.
Wow.
Man,
Rough.
I haven't
That's
had that
just
happen in a while. Well, that's Fallout for you. What are you gonna do?
cry? This? Shit?
No, that's why you save the game a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, I love this cutscene right here where Beast is like, "This is a very special night. Please leave. I don't want to deal with any heartless stuff right now." And you guys always bring that
Any
trouble.
bullshit.
I really don't want to deal with any of your hootenanny.
I'm on a date. Please. Please.
Please, guys.
You've got to go.
Listen,
I'm trying to have a normal one.
listen, this is a special night. We finally got our reservation. Please.
Look,
Please,
I'm going to take her to Applebee's. I need to have a normal night at Applebee's, just this once.
I need to have a normal night in this French Applebee's.
Oh, maybe we came at a bad time.
What's the French word for bees?
I don't know actually.
Let's say like pomapis.
Le Applebee's.
Yeah, hold on. How do we say bee
Just
in
look it up.
French? A bay? Hold on.
Is it ABI?
Yeah, a bay.
Pomme a bay.
A bay.
Poma Bear.
Now then, mademoiselle,
Great.
please enjoy the
Great.
Man,
If it was potato bees, it'd be pomme de terre abaya because the French language is stupid.
Yeah, I love that shit.
I mean,
It's
it's
extremely funny.
I love that one post. It's like French is such a stupid language. They call potatoes pomme de terre, and then someone responds to it in French with the equivalent of English is so stupid. They call whatever the French word is for it apples of pine.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although the French word for pineapple is extremely funny because it's just ananas, which I love saying. Les ananas.
Les ananas.
banana and ananas.
Take some.
Is
If you
it
want to
at
make,
all?
if you want to make if you're a French American and you want to make a pina colada, you'll need a banana and ananas.
Banana, anana, together at last.
Beast, we have to get rid of
Anana. Do 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 do.
Anana.
Anana. Do 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 do.
Ananas.
Banana.
I'm mad
Well,
that
I-
Beast changed into like his normal cloak. I wanted to fight with Beast in like his cool, his fancy,
His fancy outfit.
Yeah.
My wrists can rejoice because I
Which-
can stop playing Warframe for the evening.
Which
Yay!
how did they get that fitted for him? Do they have is one of the furniture pieces in the castle like a tailor?
Taylor? Sure.
Would the tailor just become like the sewing machine, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
or whatever,
Like
like
spinning
Makes
wheel.
yeah, spinning wheel?
Or the maybe the lady who turns into a wardrobe can just spit out new outfits. You know?
Ooh, I like that idea.
It would be kind of cool if you got turned into furniture, like you got powers based off of it.
Yeah.
You know, like the fairy that cursed them, were like, you have abilities now.
Is that a Yalgoi? Where am I hearing that?
Like, I guess like, you know, Lumiere, like his candles never seem to go out or like melt down. So like,
Yeah, that's magic.
yeah, he is
It's
enchanted.
magic,
now.
baby.
He has control over the fire. He can link the first flame.
No.
Am I here? Oh fuck, that's a Yalgoi. Hi,
I
buddy.
heard it. I heard the growl.
I heard it from here too.
Holy shit, how's it going, man? That sucks. Hold on.
It's just one bear. You can kill a bear.
Where
It's just
am I?
one bear. How much could it cost? $10?
Where'd he go? Oh,
I think
hey,
in the entirety
wanna-
of my Fallout 4 experience, I may have encountered like 3 Yaoguai.
They're all over the fucking island, that's for sure.
Oh, hello there. Perfect.
There.
Speaking of vertibirds, I'm about to shoot one down just because I fucking hate them.
Look, we all hate the Brotherhood of Steel.
They all
It is
suck.
known, you know?
Yeah.
They're
Everybody
very,
knows.
they're very funny, but also it is unfortunate whenever you do make an enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel, right? And then you're just minding your business, and there's a vertibird, and you're like, oh fuck, what's gonna be my whole day?
God damn it! All right, fine.
I was like, I'm doing Brotherhood stuff just so that I can get Dance more on my side, and then I can steal him from the Brotherhood.
Right, as you
'Cause,
do.
you know, that's the whole goal is for when you do Blind Betrayal. The idea is, you know, you tell Dance to stop sitting around in his underwear and sober up.
Get his
and
shit
come
together,
hang out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sober up and come hang out with the rest of them.
Yeah. And then-
Sober up and come help me kill your old boss.
Yeah.
It's the dream of all men.
Let me tell you the power of the Union. But
Dan,
I
have
was,
you considered just killing your old boss?
but I was hanging around with him, and I'm like, I'm gonna switch around and you know, hang out with someone else. And so I went to grab Curie, and it's just so funny how Curie's like, oh, I would love to go like poke around the Brotherhood Science Division and learn things, and Dance is like, you should die.
He sucks so much ass.
He does.
I'm like, Dance, she has been nothing but nice to you. She has not have a mean bone in her body. This is so uncalled for.
Rude as
love-
hell.
I love that one mod that just recolors his specific power armor so that he looks like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
It's even funnier now that that movie came out and sucked.
And the thing about it is, the more you hang out with Dance, the more like you think like, did they give him voice direction that was sound more like Tim Allen's Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah.
Because he really like, it's not just, oh, he's in a big suit of armor, haha, and he's like a soldier man. He does sound a lot like Buzz Lightyear. Is the
does
thing.
kind of sound like him. Is the thing. Hello. Trailer key. I don't mind if I do. What do we got?
Which makes me want to get. I need to find if there's a mod that turns Garvey's outfit into Woody.
Woody? Surely.
Surely.
No, that would actually make me like Garvey though.
I think Garvey's fine. I think he's a perfectly acceptable
Garvey's
guy.
Fine. He got stuck with all the memes because somebody
Yeah.
had to give out the Radiant quests.
Yeah.
You know? Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, this whole thing was Was it added for the mod? Or did they? Maybe.
Please calm down.
Calm down. You just had to have a party, didn't you? Don't
This is what you get for having fun, Belle.
the rose.
No fun allowed.
We don't have fun around here.
But surely you can find.
Fun's illegal, fucko.
You don't know anything.
That's not fair, Beast. Don't take it out on Belle. It's not like she stole it.
Okay, let's see. Where are we going next?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
I need to find. Literally, one of these fucking things is at the ass end of the map, which is just
Yeah.
great. That's just great.
Leave the castle.
Like you think like, oh, the island isn't that big, and then you have to like walk across it.
Look at me.
Yeah, and suddenly you're like, oh,
Like there's that one
Okay.
quest where you do for the old lady
Got here.
on the dock,
yeah.
Tried
and it's like, oh, go to this lighthouse. Where's the lighthouse? In the opposite corner.
fooling myself.
Yeah, the literal other end of the map. I need to pick up more fast travel points. Let's go this way first
So I should
before we
live
go
like
and
a
do anything
beast
else.
with no one.
I've also started. I'm trying to use my flashlight less because the flashlight really fucks up the like all the nice lighting that interior buildings and stuff have. And it's like I should probably just like not. I can see everything in the game perfectly fine.
It's not a
Oh,
dark
it's
game.
not like a dark game.
Beast rose back.
It's just a habit, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, are those? Yeah, it's just a Mirelurk. Ah, it's just one Mirelurk. That's fine.
So I'm the way I decided I wanted to play Fallout 4 is I wanted some. I wanted I wanted an overhaul that let me play the game a little weirder, a little wackier. So I got a perk and skill leveling overhaul that adds like I think 6 ranks on almost every single fucking like perk thing and makes you level up significantly faster.
Oh,
And
fun!
then
Oh.
and then it redoes and rebalances all of the perks so they come in different places now. Like local leader is like right there at the very top, like at the very beginning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like all of the gun and melee weapons are like rank 1 or rank 2, so you don't have to go deep into it in order to like pick up a weapon style or
that
whatever.
makes sense. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Bethesda, that makes
Um,
sense.
That's logical.
Your specials can go up to 20 if you want them to.
Ooh, that's fun.
Hey, Beast.
And like all of them, instead of having a level, they have special requirements. So like, if you want like the final rank of whatever something is in perception, you need to have like a full, like maxed out perception at 20.
Oh.
Oh, that's fun.
Completely different. One of the things it did is it put all of the unarmed and melee stuff into one perk, right? But they also did one extra thing. Once you get to rank 5, it applies all of the things that you have for melee into gun bashing. So you can play a pistol whipping character.
Nice.
Great.
And I accidentally just killed a Brotherhood of Steel member in one hit with a gun bash.
That's what he
So-
deserves.
so what that-
With it.
You like
Oh.
technology so much, why don't you fucking marry it as
So-
you beat him over the head with it?
To me.
Oh, it's what that gives you is that gives you the fucking Halo 1 pistol.
It really does. Or, you know the so I forget. Did anybody? I know Saturn played it, but did you or Sarah ever play Honest Heartsman?
No, I did not play like almost
Okay.
anything as far as New Vegas DLC goes. I just did not get to basically.
That's such a shame. So I'm going to. This is a really minor detail, but it is kind of like a oh man, I wish I was there for that. So your companion like loadout wheel is different because it's like older Fallout. And you can do different commands like let me go through your inventory or switch like weapons or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
You can eventually get Joshua Graham as kind of like a victory lap companion. He will not actually follow any of your directions because you're his companion, not the other way around.
That's great.
I love that shit.
But you can tell him to switch to melee, and he says fine. And so what he does is he just flips his gun around and just bashes people in the head with the grip.
That rules.
I like that. I love shit like that. Like especially like in Yakuza 7 when you fight Kiryu and it just plays his regular battle theme and you're like, "Oh, I'm the encounter."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just like, or like when you fight the Demi Fiend in one of the Shin Megami Tensei games, and it just plays his regular battle theme, and you're like, "Oh, this isn't a boss fight. I'm just a mook to him." Okay, I get it. Oh, hello.
Hello?
Someone got really
What am I
staticky for a second.
It was probably me because Discord noise filtering is doing its best to contend with, my dad is currently in the main living room trying to fix my mother's, carpet cleaner, which is a very loud implement. And so,
Okay.
I might just, while that's running, I might just need to go on, like, mute unless I'm talking because, Discord filtering is weird. If it just hears that and nothing else for a while, it will decide that's me trying to talk.
It's fine. It's not that bad. It's just kind of like
I
a
thought, like,
distant static noise.
Yeah, I just thought like something something freaked out, and I was kind of worried that like someone's computer had broken at some point.
No, it's just Discord struggling to comprehend the man-made horrors.
I love the man-made
That's
horrors.
correct.
But speaking of that, like what I'm hoping for Hades 2 is when you inevitably fight Zagreus in it. I hope he just like immediately starts like zipping around and throwing down like a dozen AoEs and dots like all at once and like, "Oh, I'm just an enemy to him." Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they could definitely do that because they've done that literal fight before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
In
are we allowed to spoil? Are we allowed to spoil a game that's like 8 years old? Yeah, that happens in Transistor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, Zaldan's fucking mutton chops are incredible, by the way.
I was gonna say, I think my favorite like joke that anybody's made is the one where like Zagreus has got to be like Cerberus, right? Where like they play him up like he's gonna be this huge boss, and you just walk past him every time.
God damn it.
Or the one that was like, everyone wants to fight Zagreus, and like that makes sense, obviously. Like, what if Zagreus is just one of the gods you get boons from, and it's like asking your older brother for the keys?
Yeah, I like that one. That's cute.
Just lets you use the weapons that he had in the first game.
Yeah, like, Zag, can I borrow your car? I want to go hang out. My friends are all getting together.
Why do I hear explosions? Oh god,
It's a
there's so
Fallout
many
game.
raiders here.
You know what's funny is so I'm playing with Raider Overhaul, right? Which just makes all of them all the raiders harder. Like in general, it gives them like higher HP and whatnot. Like not even just like adding more types. Like it just makes all of them stronger. Trappers are not raiders.
No, they are. They are not.
But
You have to remember the Raider Overhaul was made before those existed, and as far as I know, no one ever, even when people went and took over the mod so they could update it for like unofficial patch or whatever, no one ever went and added the DLC enemies to those lists.
No. It's great because I went to Far Harbor for a bit and I fought some trappers and I just like pulled the trigger once and they exploded and I went, oh, okay. Oh, it's gonna be like that.
I
then.
see.
That's correct. They're made of weaker stuff up there in New England.
Yeah.
Well, they're all deranged from the fog, so
yeah.
it's fine.
Well, they're too hopped up on chowder to do anything about you.
That's
Yeah,
right. I saw that chowder.
And then you shoot them once and turn them into chowder.
Yeah. Well, they're
Yeah.
so full of it, they're like a big balloon. They're bursting with chowder, so they just one little pinprick is enough
you
to
pop. Yeah,
make it
yeah,
pop.
of course.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Chowder.
Oh,
Nothing
gee.
bad ever happens to the Kennedys, and then they explode.
But we both went different places there. Then, because my first thought was, Chowder, you've got to help me. My wife is in trouble.
Oh god, this place is huge. I forgot.
Now the animators are gonna have to draw all this fire.
Woman, you are one giant lump of coal.
Valentine, I'm sure you're extremely dire circumstances right now. You're fine.
I love
Nothing
the
bad ever happens to Nick Valentine.
I love the episode of Chowder where Endive steals Mungdal's certificate that allows him to work as a chef.
Yeah.
And when Chowder like teaches him that like he doesn't need any fancy paperwork to like be a chef, he goes, "You're right, Chowder. I don't need any certificate to be a chef, but I do need one to make a career as one. So let's go steal it back."
I love Chowder.
Chowder's so good. The joke that where Chowder's like, "Oh no, look, the sun's rising," and then it just cuts to this horrific sun monster crawling out of a hole in the ground.
Yeah. My favorite, like call and response to that is there's an episode in OKKO where one of the villains shows off how cool she is by remote controlling a bunch of rockets, and then blowing up the moon, and it immediately cuts over to a sun as he's peeking up over the horizon, going like, "Oh no, I'm out. I am here for this. You can stay dark out there."
That's so good.
Ooh. Oh Jesus.
Time for one of the hardest boss fights in the game.
Have fun, fucker.
Maybe we'll see. Well, maybe we'll see the king. We probably will see the king.
Everybody sees the king during this fight.
Also,
You,
Belle
your mom.
Belle gets to be the precursor of Disney characters, like, absolutely clowning on the real villains.
Yeah.
Just elbows him in the gut and steals the rose.
Good one, Belle.
I wish Zaldan's next line here was, like, kind of wheezing. Like, she knocked the wind out of him. He's like, give me a second. I'll be with you in a second. All right, there we go. There we go.
Where is... House Cat, why are you here? I'm
I
not
always
trying to get
thought-
Cat killed.
I always thought it's really cool that, like, he holds two of those gigantic lances in one hand.
Yeah, you know.
Like, he's just stocked to fuck with weaponry.
He plays like how I do in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah,
That's
you
fair.
just stock up as much as you can.
Well, no, you confuse everybody by using a really shitty build, but nobody's ever seen that moveset before.
Where? Oh, there you are. Hi.
Zaldan feels like a Dark Souls boss fight, though. Like, real talk.
I didn't need to be here yet, and yet here I am. I told myself I was gonna do other things today. I was gonna play
Well-
other video games.
Why would you do that?
Why would you lie?
Well, should play Neon White.
You should play Signals.
Oh yeah, actually, no,
Yeah,
Physic
I
Dawn.
should.
You should play
I should
Fallout.
play both of them. You're right. and yet here I am.
I actually just today finished watching Chris Wolfhart do their first stream playthrough of that. That was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was very funny hearing him go like, "Oh, okay, I see why all my friends fucking recommended this game to me. It's not because it's good, but because it has, you know, like sad android lesbians in it." You know.
As is the the nature.
Which was the style at the time. You can go.
But at the time, don't you mean right now? Yes.
Yes. There's still one more raider around, and I need to find it. Where are you, asshole?
Oh, you can parry him. Holy shit.
Nice.
We might not get to see the king.
It truly is a Dark Souls boss fight.
Finally, it's Dark Souls. This is the real Dark Souls.
You're telling me you can trivialize this boss by parrying it?
Well, not trivialize. I mean, you can parry his attacks. Oh, and
Are you dead?
not yet. Almost.
Oh, there you are. Bye, idiot.
Shit. Okay, no, I'm fine. Okay, that doesn't pull me. Okay, good.
That place is cleared out now, I guess. Let's see. Yep. MS Azalea cleared. It's not really where I needed to go, but it's
You know what? Let's just see if we can get it. Let's see if we get the king. We will get the king! Yeah!
Yay!
Hey.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Oh shit, and he's gonna revenge value me. Shit. Shit. Nope, Sora's not here. The thing about the king is that, like, it's actually not very fun to play because his moveset is very awkward. But it is a cool little, like, stall feature. It is interesting. Like, I like how I think I talked about this before, but like how like KH2 does things that no other Kingdom Hearts game does to accommodate like their new experimental features that just don't return. Like the fact that because you have things like being able to summon like call in Mickey for assist, or if you use your drive functions, you might get anti-form. In order to make sure that you can't just beat the boss as that form or that as Mickey, you have to use a finisher, and anti-form and Mickey just their combo lasts forever technically. So
That's clever.
No other game requires you to use a finisher to beat a boss, and this is the only one with the mechanic of like summoning Mickey or turning into anti-form. So it's neat little ways to do things.
Yeah. Clever.
My wrists. Ah.
I'm sorry.
Wah.
I will beat them back to shape.
Oh, please do, actually. I could probably use that.
There's no real way for me to get over that. Getting
They're
over
not as-
Bennett body.
They're not as bad as Sarah's, but I haven't had an RSI flare like this in a lot of years.
I actually don't really have those, or at least none on my wrists. If I do, they end up in my elbows or my shoulders.
So I haven't had them for a very long time, but like I think I mentioned to you, but Bowie fucked up my chair, my darling daughter.
Yes.
And as a result of the fucked up ergonomics at my desk, I think I have been putting a lot more pressure on my wrists than I used to. And so I like when I went to a function the other night, and I almost didn't go because like right before we got in the Uber, or like while the Uber was on the way, I was like, why does my arm feel weird? And I look down and I see my hand fucking convulsing.
Oh.
Wait, what happened?
I've been having like a nerve damage flare up. At first I was really concerned, but luckily at this thing we go to, my mother works with a lot of doctors. And I asked them about that, and they're like they did a couple like real quick like diagnostic, like just like quick tests you can do and be like, yeah, it's probably nerve damage from like RSI/carpal tunnel, not like anything more significant than that. But I was telling them, since my dog broke my fucking chair and the ergonomics at my desk situation have been fucked up, I think I've been putting a lot more pressure on my wrists, so I've been having a lot of wrist pain, or comparatively a lot of wrist pain lately when I don't usually have any.
Do you have an ergonomic mouse?
I do. I use a vertical mouse and everything.
Okay, cool.
Oh wow, you got like the whole real deal.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It only takes like a couple days to get used to, and once you do, you're like, oh, why did I ever do it the old? Why did I ever use a normal mouse?
I've been using one for a while now, and like, if I have to use a regular mouse, like a normal mouse, I'm like, why did I put my hand like this for decades? Like, if you just lay your arm like on your desk, like, it feels unnatural to actually put your hand flat on it.
Yeah, no, and your wrist. I have to use a normal mouse at work, and sometimes I'm tempted to just get a second vertical mouse specifically to bring to work because I would like that. My wrists would also like that, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I need to give it a shot, especially because I mean, my whole job. Oh fuck, those are ghouls.
You will try it and go like, what the fuck, this feels weird and alien, and it's one of those things where it's just like 3-4 days and you'll be like, oh, I am already used to this. Oh, okay.
Also, by the way, it's bullshit that Atlantica gets really poorly done versions of actual Little Mermaid songs, and they could not put the lyrics for Beauty and the Beast here.
Yeah,
like they're playing they're playing the music, but there's no lyrics.
They only wanted to pay licensing for one of those songs.
But it's Disney. It's their songs. They're paying themselves for it.
Hey, it doesn't matter if that's Disney. Disney would still charge Square Enix to license those songs from them. Are you kidding me? They do that in a heartbeat.
Oh god, there's a lot of dudes in here. Ah!
So there was a thread on Reddit recently that from the Kingdom Hearts subreddit that pointed out that of the entire Kingdom Hearts voice cast, there are only 5 characters who have had the same voice actor from Kingdom Hearts 1 to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay.
And they are, well, no, not 5. It is 5. It's Sora, Riku, Donald, Goofy, and Hades.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, James Woods needs the work. Nobody else is hiring him anymore.
Yeah. Everyone else either stopped like being important characters in Kingdom Hearts by Kingdom Hearts 3, or were replaced either because they passed away or retired or whatever.
Feeling any better?
Oh.
Same routine.
Oh, that's
One little
precarious.
warrior thinks his hero days are over.
Okay, we can do.
Phil thinks it's all in his head.
Gosh, Herc, we know you're a hero.
That's right. Blunder boy.
Yes.
How could you
No!
on a momentous day like today? The Underdrome's back, and you are gonna fill the stage. After all, your fans won't settle for anything less than a certified hero. I mean, if you're not up to it, you could always just I don't know, lose.
Bet you'd like that.
Excuse me? Hey, I'm not a selfish guy. I'm not like those high and mighty snobs up on Olympus. I stand for the masses, and have I got
What you humming about?
Humming
I don't
and
know what to do from here. It's been so long since I've done Far Harbor. I don't even know how to start at.
Eh, you just walk around and you talk to people, and then stuff happens. Make some decisions.
Gotta find
Those
some
are-
holotapes or whatever.
Just
And I feel like
start
I'm
it.
missing them.
You just turn
No, I
on
mean
that-
like. I mean like I can't seem to find all of the holotapes that I need.
Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. There's two in Kasumi's room, and there's a third
Yes.
that's important. Across from the like, if you're standing in the kitchen with the parents, if you look out the window, there's a hill behind them. There's another holotape on her grandpa's grave, and that'll point you in the right direction.
Aha!
Yeah.
I
Or you can
see.
pass a speech check, but you know that's hard.
Well, as we've discussed off
You
the
have bad
air,
speech.
I
yeah.
I wanted a fun min-maxed like disaster of a character. So
Mhm.
the special stats are as follows: Strength 10, Perception 6, Endurance
Sure.
1, Charisma 2, Intelligence 5, Agility
right.
5, and Luck 9.
Hilarious. Love that for you. So yeah, I guess there is no passing the speech check with the Nakanos. So yeah, you can go up to the grave instead. Yeah, I'm gonna hoof it because I'm like past the front buildings. Oh, Far Harbor, my love, my only love, truly.
How I feel about New Babis.
I know. It's just good.
It's just
Good.
good.
Quality
It's got
content.
good vibes. It's got like the kind of vibes that I really like in a video game, where it's kind of like spooky. Like I actually really like that bad Call of Cthulhu game that came out a couple years. The really green one. Like
That one?
it's not good,
No,
But
but,
it's got
I get what
vibes.
you
but
mean.
I like it.
Like, I super love. I love New Vegas because it can sometimes be a little terrifying because it's bad. Like, there's a specific glitch that occurs every now and then where, for whatever reason, really early on when you're in Helios 1, sometimes you'll come out into the back end of it where it's like gated off and there's a bunch of, what do you call it? Solar panels, and you need to repair them or whatever. There is a glitch every now and then where the old lady who lives near Repcon, old lady Johnson, will just spawn above you about 30 feet in the air, already hostile, and a bunch of mole rats are coming after her along with some dogs.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Spawning and dropping 30 feet out of the air with a gun pointed at you.
Yeah.
Oh, she just does that sometimes. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
I need more like basically spooky games that are Stephen King knockoffs, because I was gonna say, you know, like spooky games set in Maine, and then I realized and it's mostly Alan Wake.
Yeah,
you know,
it is
like,
just Alan Wake. Like, we got Alan Wake
My
2 coming, so
options
don't
are-
worry about that.
which is good. Yeah, absolutely. But like my options are like Alan Wake and Far Harbor.
Silent
I
Hill's
could
there,
go-
but most of them are bad.
Yeah, and like Silent Hill isn't really. I mean, like it could be set in like
I'm a forgiving guy.
sleepy coastal town, like misty coastal town, but like it doesn't have those vibes, you know?
No, yeah, it's a thing where, especially if you look at SH1, it's very clear that they're trying to make the Stephen King game, but without necessarily the lens of, like, you know, being able to tap into the exact same kind of Americana that Stephen King does, because it's like, oh, okay, it's The Mist, and also there's a Stephen King street, and also there's a bunch of references to other Stephen King stories, but it's through this very weird kind of murky layer.
Sure, absolutely. Like this layer of it not being like, you know, it's the same layer of like Americans reading like translated, you know, Japanese stories, right? Like you're learning it kind of secondhand. So it's different. You get different vibes because of that. Sometimes that's good, but it's, you know, you're hunting for a very specific vibe. What do we got?
Speaking of specific vibes, you know what I really wish we could get out of video games now that now that people realize that it can be prestige, which means more people can go all in on like B-movie schlock. I think there needs to be video games that go all in on being public domain like stories.
Yeah,
I agree. We need a Frankenstein video game.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I want like a King Arthur versus Dracula video game.
well, I mean that we have Castlevania, but I get what you're saying.
But we need more of that.
No, but like actual Dracula versus King Arthur.
Yeah, we
you know
need
what?
we
I'm
need
tempted
the
to.
story where
We need them.
Dracula and Sherlock Holmes try to fight over a pack of Nintendo playing cards.
It's gotta be somewhere in the underworld.
Yeah.
We need.
I'm on it.
Tell me you're not thinking of leaving.
We need the Christmas Carol, the video game.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Oh, you will.
Oh fuck, that was an explosion. Okay, hold on. What was that?
The visual novel.
Yes.
Oh, is this Dalton Farm?
Just hurry back. I know you can.
Okay, so I have all of the holodeck
No.
tapes. I still can't do anything. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Keyblade here, and his
Well, you need to listen to them.
I did listen to all of them.
And your objective
Well,
didn't
then-
change?
No.
What's your objective?
I promise that
Investigate the Nautical residence. I feel like I've checked everything because I've done the.
Oh, did you go to the safe?
You need to go to the boathouse.
The boathouse, where there's a safe in the boathouse that you need to get to.
Okay.
There's the key to the safe is behind the there's a photograph in the boathouse.
Look at this photograph.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh. I don't feel like fucking with this right now. I think I've discovered this location. Yeah, I have. I need to go drop some stuff off. I was walking through my bedroom a minute ago, and I was like, I haven't seen the cat in a while. And the thing is that I have a black cat and a black office chair, so I just like turned my head and looked, and I realized there's just like my cat's
There's
big
just
green
cat.
eyes staring at me.
I can get that one actually. I'm gonna do that.
I'm just like, all right.
Back when I still had Peaches, he did that to me every now and then because he is a mostly white cat with like very
Gotcha.
very pale, kind of like peachy orange, like
Yeah,
speckles.
that kind of pink color that cats do.
Yes. And if he tucked himself up enough at the right angles, he would disappear on top of my duvet.
That's so cute.
And every now and then I would accidentally like lie on him while I was going and getting ready for bed.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
Oh, there we go.
And now for a really weird cutscene that kind of implies that this is the same Auron as the one from Final Fantasy X, which doesn't make sense, but
Don't worry
whatever.
about it.
The implication of that is a little batshit. Like,
Where is the sense in all this?
somehow the prologue of Final Fantasy X happens, he goes to Hades and just chills out there, and then he comes back for the rest of 9.
Yeah, like the end
Or
of,
10.
the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 is him going like kind of like how the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 is Cloud and Sephiroth going to Smash.
Yeah.
This is the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 is the end of Auron going to pass the prologue of FF10.
Yeah.
Which I will probably
There we
not
go.
be fighting Sephiroth in this game because I'm not good at that fight and I don't really want to practice it. I'm trying to get through all of these. I got stuff to do.
That's fair.
Atlantica
No.
is my only penance.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh, I got Kama Plus. Nice. Gotcha.
Quick draw.
Not what I had in mind, but I'll take it.
We better skedaddle.
Let's see. I need to put
I got a little
that-
Auron action figure.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, finish him.
Okay, let's go do more of this quest. Oh, right.
Sora. Donald. Goofy.
You know what this game really needs and doesn't have for some godforsaken reason?
What's that?
So there's a button when you're at your workbench that's just store all junk, right?
Mm-hmm.
There isn't a button to, you know how like you give your companions all your additional junk?
Yeah.
There isn't a button that just says take all junk, which I guess would be funny to say. But also,
Isn't there a take all button?
Well, there's a loot
There's-
all, but not a take all
there's
junk.
there's a take all button, but that means like you know, dog meat, right?
Mhm.
If you take all, then you also take his armor off, right?
Right.
And then you have to go and put it back on him, which is fine, but it's like I would just rather not. I would just rather have a button that only lets me take their crap because, like, you know, if I have like weapons on my companions, I want them to keep those weapons. I don't want them to take all the shit and then put it back on them every single time. You know?
Or at the very least, like, if you press the put all junk in the trunk button, it should also empty your companion's junk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
that'd be a good idea.
Well, the problem, no, because that's not how it works. Because like you go to that thing before you're actually in crafting mode, right? Like you're just checking its inventory like you would any other container. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you really
So
should
it's
be able
like-
to just like drop off your companion's loot.
Yeah. That would be so much better.
It would be cool. Probably, it's a thing that Bethesda could have put in the game if they were smart, but otherwise you probably have to do through, like, script extension.
Yeah. Like, and I think this game has, like, like obviously it has a really good loot system. It has such a good loot system. They modded it into New Vegas because like the looting system is so easy. It's just like it's like you forgot one extra button, guys. Just one, and then it'd be perfect.
Maybe they'll do it in Starfield.
Maybe
Starfield.
Maybe
What if Starfield is good though?
Oh, what if Transformers Starfield is good?
It's good.
What if? Well, you know what? The thing is, there's probably gonna actually be some Transformers mods in Starfield.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm
Look,
surprised there's
they-
no
they-
Transformer
that-
themed mods for Fallout 4.
Oh, I imagine that the Liberty Prime asset is not particularly easy to work with.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm mad because now I'm just thinking about it. I'd really like that actually.
Yeah.
Also, I think the problem is like you would have to get someone to act because like you can't just rip those models from a game or you'll get Nexus in legal trouble. So you have to have someone to actually remake the Transformers models from scratch, and that's not easy.
That's
I don't
really
think.
complicated.
Well, they don't even have to be like full on like asset rips or anything like that.
Well, no, they can't be.
But I mean, like, I've just been like, there's no like, you can't even get like an Autobot or Decepticon decal. Like,
Oh, I'm
put
sure
on your
you
building.
Yeah.
I
I'm
looked.
sure you can.
Oh, you looked.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would actually really like that too. I'd love to put a Decepticon decal on my power armor. Not that I ever use power armor, but you know.
Here's the thing. If you're feeling ambitious, that's a mod you can make really
That's actually probably
easily.
an extremely easy mod, yeah.
But if you don't want to make a new hey, you can make a new entry. Just like, hey, here's a Decepticon Autobot decal, whatever. If you don't want to learn even how to do that, you can just replace the texture for one of the pre-existing decals.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Because because all the power armor decals are, I'm pretty sure, like unique to the power armor. It's not like they're reused in the environment, like that specific file or whatever. So like, it'd probably be gravy, probably be Gucci.
Yeah.
Be gravy, baby. You know.
You could also get like the textures for like the special like Nuka-Cola armor or whatever, or the Moxie armor, and just replace all those textures with like sick ass like painted wizard Autobot texture.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I saw the worst version of a painted wizard van recently, and it wasn't a painted wizard van. It was a convertible covered in airbrushed Deadpools.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
And it had like red rims and everything. Like it was really impressive in terms of someone put a lot of time and money into that vehicle, but also it is the ugliest thing you've ever seen in your entire goddamn life.
How are the proportions?
The art was great.
Okay.
Like, it was very clearly super professional, but it wasn't a wrap. It was air sprayed. I could tell. I was close enough to see the texture.
That's great.
That's cool.
So
I
someone
have no
spent
choice but to respect.
Yeah, someone spent a ton of money on getting someone very talented to do that, and I do respect it, but by God, that car was fucking ugly.
I do respect using the highest quality professional grade cooking equipment to make craft dinner.
That's correct.
Exactly.
With water instead of milk.
They're so. I have.
I need to season this cast iron for 300 hours before I can make that Kraft macaroni and cheese in it. And then I'm gonna put it in water with dish soap.
Yes.
No. Anything but that.
Nice cast iron you have here. If you shave someone, put it in water with dish soap.
No. I hate it here.
Oh wait, that reminds me.
Fuck.
I would love nothing more than for somebody to figure out how to just consistently get a car to do this.
That's crazy.
To do what? Let me
look at the light reflection.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. What if you?
So
what
it's
if
a
you could do
picture.
that with?
for the audience's sake, it's a picture of a car's reflection, or the hood, the light reflecting off the hood, to make it look very much like some kind of Transformer symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's being projected on the wall in front of it.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
It's very cool.
Anyway, if I ever were to get a car again, instantly, first thing I'm gonna do is just slap a Decepticon logo on it.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. The
Oh,
only
by-
reason I haven't done that yet is because my car is a huge piece of shit, and I don't want to put a Decepticon logo on that fucking thing.
Well,
Yeah, but
Decepticons
the
deserve
Decep-
better.
well, no,
Don't get me wrong, Sarah. Your car's a real trooper, but also if you made that into a Decepticon, I'd have to anthropomorphize it as like the crustiest old man Decepticon in the world.
yeah, Sarah.
But not even in the Megatron way, in like
In a
the
fun way.
in like the
In a
easy
bad way.
kind of way.
Sarah,
Yeah.
your car would just be misfire
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
or
I mean, you're
crankcase. Sarah,
Wait,
your car is crankcase.
My car is crankcase, but I'm sorry. I don't want the crankcase car. I want a nice car.
I think my car would be like what the Transformers equivalent of Rose Quartz from Steven Universe. Just a big, beautiful lady who's extremely evil.
Alita 1?
Alita 1, yeah.
Yeah, Alita 1.
Alita 1?
IDW
Alright,
Alita
there
1. IDW Alita 1, who is basically a war criminal.
She's
Oh,
the
there you go.
worst. It rules.
That's my Estelle, except she's in a blue colorway
Congratulations.
instead of this insane pink one.
Not at all.
Fine.
I'm trying to find a good look of a good like picture of her IDW form because it's
Well,
pretty.
make sure you get the picture of her on the throne made from the body corpses of her enemies.
Yeah, that's exactly what I found.
Yeah.
There you go. We
Saturn.
folks, she sucks. Have you considered that Alita 1 in IDW sucks ass?
Is a monster.
But look, maybe she sucks ass to you, but maybe to me she's wife material. You have no idea.
She's a wall.
No,
She's
she
like a
basically
what?
just
Huh?
sucks.
No, I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Look, I know what I'm
She's my new
after.
wife.
I know what I'm about.
I know
son.
what I'm about.
I know what I'm about. It's about those evil bitches.
I know what you keep saying, Ben, but have you considered a bitch think different?
What's that series where the for some reason none of the Autobots have fucking like none of the robots have like noses. They have very sleek faces.
Oh, Prime. That's Prime.
Prime.
Okay, I don't know anything about that one. I like those versions of the designs a lot.
Oh, Prime designs
They're
are
really
great.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you two love birds.
I highly recommend if you were just going to pick up one single like series. Prime would be
Prime
a
is
good-
really
Prime is really
an
good.
extremely
I would say
good Stardust,
I would say
like,
Saturn
Star
if
cartoon.
Prime or animated, honestly.
Well, see, we're trying to. I'm trying to find Saturn Steez. Prime.
Let me put it like this. I have more than meets the eye on my computer.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a try first. If that doesn't click for me, I'll try this one so I can look at the pretty robots.
Yeah.
Come on, Phil.
So I like how the pretty robots look like in this one.
They do look really good. And Prime has some great designs.
Not quite seasoned enough.
I don't know if I'm more likely to watch a show than I am to read a comic, but like compared to other I would own figures of these designs, not being particularly much of a Transformers person. They just speak to me a bit more than the usual style does.
Oh, I mean, well, Transformers Prime has literally probably two of the best robot designs in the series, which is Knockout and Soundwave, of course.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Also, Starscream's design is really good in Prime.
Starcruiser's design is extremely solid, but like,
No, I think I've seen you retweet this knockout before.
yeah, Knockout is flawless. Judge obviously by his name, and then Soundwave is my perfect purple boy, who's just like, I mean, I think you've also seen I've talked about Soundwave or shown you Soundwave.
The
a lot, but,
Autobots
like,
are all like Bee's design is phenomenal in Prime.
yeah, they're all really really good. My favorite.
Oh yeah, that
Autobot
one's
is
great.
Ratchet.
That one looks like a fucking Destiny character.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's why.
Yeah.
I think Saturn you'd like Prime.
Prime
'cause,
Soundwave is really good.
You do definitely get more of a Destiny vibe off of those designs than anything like in any other like iteration.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ratchet's design is like, I think, my favorite Autobot design. I don't like RC's, but that's because like
But you don't like RC's?
I don't like her. No, I like all of RC's designs except for her face. Her like weird lips on her like super smooth face just looks really weird to me.
It's the same
I've never
reason.
liked it.
It's the same reason I don't like Nickel having lips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
that one
supposed to-
artist in More Than Meets the Eye who draws nipples with lips. I'm like, go to jail.
You're
It's
supposed
like,
to read it as like a flat plate.
It's
Yeah.
like was it War for Cybertron Megatron that had the really weird lips?
As the crazy
Yeah.
Netflix, it's Netflix
Yeah.
Cyber Megatron with the huge lips. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Man, we're just cruising. I've knocked out 3 world revisits so far.
And then like I really like Earthspark RC's design,
Mm-hmm.
except her face needs something to like
I think
break up that smooth. Like I like how perfectly Barbie she is. That's not the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's so uniform. It needs something. Like it, you know how like Bumblebee has like the little lines on his face? Like
I think
that's
she
literally
needs,
all she needs.
I think she needs just like a cute little cheek scar.
Yeah, she just needs something.
She needs something.
Yeah.
I really, really like RC's Cyberverse design.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's like actually a lot of the Cyberverse designs are really, really good for being like evergreen with a twist.
Yeah, I like every Cyberverse design that I've seen.
Not a fan of Shockwaves.
I haven't seen Shockwaves. Let me see.
I love all my Transformers equally. Earlier, I don't care for Shockwave, Soundwave.
I don't, what don't you like him? I like Shockwave's design well enough.
I think it is too streamlined for me to enjoy it compared to some of the other ones.
Okay,
Like,
that would I can see that.
The best Shockwave is Prime Shockwave because that's a big boy.
yeah. His tits are huge in Prime.
But not just like his tits, but just like his fucking cannon and like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet he's got a big cannon. What?
All of the like the thing about Prime is that like a lot of the designs are like very streamlined, very sleek and rounded, with the exception of like brute characters. Like the only real exception is like Breakdown, who is a square.
Breakdown is a perfect square. It's
Like
true.
everything,
He's
everyone
also
else,
an extremely good design.
like even Bulkhead is like very rounded, right?
He's round, yeah,
Like-
absolutely. Yeah.
But then you look at Shockwave and he's just a tank.
And like Saturn Shockwave is like the evil scientist character. That's the thing you need to know.
Okay.
And he's like walking around like this huge chunky boy. You know what I mean?
Look,
It's
sometimes
great.
the scientists can be ridiculously buff.
That's true. You know what? Who am I to
Also,
judge?
the tube that connects his cannon to his backpack is normally not that heavy duty.
It's so spiky. It's just such a good. It's such a good look. You know. Oh, this is an evil looking place.
I just like the techno-organic vibes of Prime's Shockwave. That is a boy who looks like he grafted like a tree to himself to see what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Great.
He is a Scorponok type of character who made himself pregnant to see if he could.
Shh.
I
Love
love
the eye spoilers.
I love Elden Ring.
Kind of, yeah. That does track
Yeah.
a little bit.
Grafting things to yourself just to see if you can.
Just strap it on.
Yeah.
Is this house trapped to shit? Is that the gimmick here? Is that this building is just...
Yeah.
That seems likely.
Anyway, Shockwave has a good design in Prime. I like it.
Yeah, all of the Prime
Shockwave
designs are
has-
really, really good. I wish Viacons would be in more things. Because their designs are
the
great.
goons?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. You know
What,
what's
you mean
funny
like,
is
you
that...
mean like Runamuck and Runabout?
No, I mean like the grunt Viacons, not the actual class Viacon.
No.
It's very
I just
confusing.
want Runamuck and Runabout to show up again because I love their fucking names.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the season 3 of Prime is like involving the Predacons, and it's like, no, it's not. Those aren't the Predacons. The Predacons are a very specific
Ben-
group.
Ben, no, they're not. They've been using a different form for Predacon like constantly. Like all of the '90s animes, as well as like the Unicron trilogy and like the 2001
Oh, that's right. They
series.
were. It was the Autobots versus Predacons in what was the first? Was it Armada? Was the first one?
I think so.
Yeah, they were just Predacons. They weren't Decepticons.
And even before that, in 2001 Robots in Disguise, the Predacons referred to any Transformer that wasn't a Seeker, that was on the Decepticon side.
Wow, that is weird.
Stupid. Also, I just want to
Predacon
point
means
out,
nothing.
extremely funny to me, is that okay? So like, my Transformers like going through it experience was like,
Mhm.
I read all of More Than Meets the Eye and liked it a lot, and then I watched Prime, right? So I
Mhm.
had absolutely zero context for what kind of a character Wheeljack normally is.
Yeah.
And Wheeljack is a completely different kind of guy in Prime.
Yes.
Oh,
he
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Everything, and then everything else, they're like, no, he's like the Autobot science guy.
Yeah,
And it's
he's
like,
he's,
wait, what?
he's the Autobot equivalent of Shockwave.
He's
And
like
it's like,
a
wait,
nutty.
what? Huh?
He's like a nutty professor type. He's really great.
Yeah, he's not like that in Prime.
No,
No,
he's not.
he's
He's like a
a
psycho.
grunt.
He's a maniac. Yeah, it's great.
I put on my wrist brace too tight.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. Not your wrist.
Like, oh, the problem is
Like-
I got a little bruise in my palm now because the thumb bit is
Oh, yeah.
too snug.
Oh.
Ugh.
I'm really glad I took the perk that makes sure I don't set off floor traps. Because otherwise, I'd be having a real bad time with this house.
It's a good one to have.
Anyway, Hot Rod's great. All this
I
is
really
Hot
hope-
Rod, it's great.
Yeah, Hot Rod is
Yeah.
great. I love that blue and white robot that shows up in Prime.
Prime, yeah, fucking smoke screen. We know who you're supposed to be.
Speaking of characters who
What
are
the
who are
fuck?
not at all like what they're normally like. Smokescreen, who is
Oh.
very clearly we lost the name to Hot Rod, so we can't put him in a show.
Yeah.
That's been a thing for a while. Like, okay, so the reason Bumblebee is the way he is now, as opposed to like he used to be not just like the kid appeal character, he was like the Snarf in Thundercats for like Transformers. He was just a cute little baby boy.
Yeah.
That changed when they lost the rights to Bumblebee in the 90s, and they were like, well, okay, we gotta bring back the kid appeal character again. So they made Hotshot, because they wanted to do Hot Rod, but they also couldn't get the rights to that either.
Yeah.
And the end result is that all three of those characters can never be in the same show, because they are all three the exact same kind of character,
Well,
which is to
So
say,
funny.
because they changed Hotshot's like character development from Bumblebee to Hot Rod, so he's kind of like he's like the spectrometer between the two.
No, that's not true, Oates. That's not true. Hotshot is on Rodimus's team in animated.
Is he now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Well, okay, no, that also I don't think that entirely counts, Ben, because they also die within like 30 seconds of their being introduced.
Yes, but also
They
they
got
don't.
better.
They're fine. They're alive.
Except they don't.
No, Hot Rod is Rodimus is in the crowd shot in the finale.
Well,
Yeah, so he is alive.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I think this still works with Oates' theory. It's like time travel duplicates. They made contact off screen and both melted for the duration of the show.
Also,
I
also in
see.
Cyberverse, Bumblebee, Hot Rod, and Cheetor are friends because, of course, those three are together.
Well, yeah, they would be friends together, but also like it's just frustrating that you can't really have like a show where like Hot Rod will get top billing for too long because eventually people make the comparisons to Bumblebee or vice versa.
That just reminded me of the post I saw where it's like the only two universally loved Transformers characters, and it's just like a meeting of universally loved Transformers characters, and it's just Jazz and Soundwave. and the caption is Hasbro had to put us on opposite sides of the war because they knew we'd be too loved if we were teammates.
Yeah,
That's true. Nobody hates Sound. I don't think anybody hates Soundwave or Jazz. Like, and if you do,
Like, why?
what's wrong with
would-
you?
what
Yeah,
would-
exactly.
For one thing, what could Jazz have possibly done to make you hate him? He doesn't do
Right.
anything ever anyway, besides
He
be
never gets to
cool.
be anything. Yeah.
And like the times he does show up, he's harmless.
Will.
I really hope Jazz shows up in Earthspark. He needs to show up in
He
something
should.
again. It's been a while.
I think he should. I think he should. In the same way, I think Rodimus should, which is to say, they don't see him until after they somehow make contact with Cybertron, and he is a completely different character because of character development that happened off screen.
Well, what I want is a return of what animated Jazz was, where he's like, "Dude, Earth is far out."
He's so cool. Yeah.
It's always been Jazz, though. I think that's my favorite part
Yeah.
about him. He's just like, man, I love Earth culture. It's so weird.
You guys invented music.
You guys have this thing called ice cream. I can't taste stuff like that, but wow.
And there's the
Just
fucking
impressive.
Wow.
the fucking scene in Animated where like Jazz is cruising around with the Autobots, and he's like, "What was that crazy light show you brought me to?" And they're like, "A traffic light."
Organization. We'll handle it.
Yeah.
The darkness of men's hearts.
Yeah, it's my boy.
Acid medallions. And this heartless.
I love
Maelstrom of-
I love that Luxor just likes being a pirate.
Are they worthy to serve organization?
What else would he want to do with life, really?
Like every
Yeah, no,
other
isn't Luxord like Nomura's favorite character?
no Sigmar,
Or some
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
but like every other like organization member like is kind of in the world and kind of like an intruder who just is there to cause chaos. Luxord's the only one who's like, I'm gonna like be a part of this whole culture situation you got going on here. This is fun.
I want to be a pirate. Yeah.
I'm gonna be a cool card-themed gambling pirate.
Okay, we're good. Next.
my god, Carl, you're so big. I think I might need to fix the set scale on you.
Is she a little too big?
She's getting to a point where, like, sometimes I just can't catch her in the frame.
Doesn't it also make it like hard to maneuver around things? If you're big?
Do you have a hard time going through doorways?
Not usually. I'm just the right height where, like,
Okay.
What did you
doesn't
set
flip-
scale it to?
She doesn't. 1.14. So she's at
Okay.
the height where, like, she's
Okay.
at the height where her head just barely brushes over it, and the camera doesn't really know how to deal with that, so it immediately shunts me
Okay.
into first person.
Yeah, because like I remember that one of the problems people had with the Super Mutant mod, other than the fact that everybody's way too fucking tanky, is that it sets their scale to 1.1, right? And the problem is that Super Mutants are already huge, so they can't go through doors. You can like kite all of the Super Mutants in the mod to like a doorway, and they'll just get stuck, and you can just wail on them that way, which is very fun, mind you. But if you're trying to like play the game and make it hard, that's not the way to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
I have.
like, dude, Luxord knows all the pirate terminology, like parlay.
Must not be harmed to negotiate.
Great, I love this guy. And he's voiced by Robin Atkin Downs.
But as we're honorable pirates, we should
Oh, that makes
For the
sense.
medic.
code.
Yeah.
Right, you out-
Travis touchdown.
Are the other three all the way down?
Rather accommodating.
Two.
teammates.
Okay. They're on the other side of the
Just a
island.
few
Okay.
souvenirs. For the
I guess I'll die.
Yay!
Yay!
Bibios game.
Bibio's games.
means to cross.
You
You know,
Going to the graveyard and I'm gonna get buried.
That's right.
At the graveyard.
Yeah. I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. You know.
No doubt.
No. Yeah. All right.
Ora.
Ora.
No.
There's a building nearby here that I wanted to check out. I don't remember where it is now. It's Yao Guai.
And the pirate
Hi.
ship is gone.
Hey, buddy. This is gonna suck.
Have you tried shooting bombs and missiles at it?
I have a shotgun.
That works.
Stole a medallion again?
That did work.
Were I only that fortunate.
That worked extremely well, actually.
Oh, how come you're all
Good.
skeleton-y?
Perhaps
Oh.
I got a touch of something from that monster what attacked us. Yet, why is the skin resting right on you three?
Cause we're not greedy. What do you get to that?
That still doesn't solve the mystery.
Gorge. Maybe the reason we're all okay
Hurry,
is because we're
there we
not from this
Where am I
world.
going?
Which way yours?
This
Yeah,
way? Sure.
We're always just
I
passing.
need to go that. No, I gotta go that way.
Wonder when we'll see home again.
I need to get more fast travel points. I forgot that, like,
Just kidding you.
Far Harbor's. I mean, obviously, it's like an island. It's not fucking downtown Boston, but like, Far Harbor's like stuff is not very dense.
It's spaced.
You know?
It's spaced out pretty far.
Yeah. They shrunk
So
it down.
Far Harbor.
Far, yeah.
Hey.
Far Harbor,
Hey, I got
yeah.
Peter Pan. Yeah. Good
Oh,
thing
I get
all the
it.
summons in this game are pretty much useless. I mean, unless you're like doing combo stuff. Well, I guess Genie's pretty good too, but
What is?
they severely nerfed the Peter Pan Tinkerbell summon in this game compared to 1, where it's one of the most useful summons in the game.
Back off. Yeah.
There's so many Yao Guai on this fucking island.
Nah, I'm not gonna fight you guys. It's a pain in the ass having to do that.
Really is a shame that, like, you know how Nuka World has Nuka World Reborn as like a huge mod, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it even has a sequel. Like it's a big mod. Like there's really nothing like that for Far Harbor. There's just Huntress Manor. It's like
It's because Far Harbor is already perfect.
it is already good. But like I guess that's actually true. Part of the reason that like Nuka World Reborn exists is because there's no good like kill all the raiders ending. You just kind of kill all the raiders and then the DLC ends, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's not very fun.
What
they did
what
not
I,
really account for that road at all.
what I do is I string them along until it gets to the point where like I have no choice but to kill a settlement. And then
Right,
I'm like,
and then you're like,
and then I'm like, well, is there any way around this? And Porter goes, no. And I cock my shotgun and go, shame.
Shame. Yeah.
I think I've only ever killed them all once because otherwise I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll do your thing. I'll take over a settlement because other Preston Garvey will get mad at me, and otherwise the consequences don't matter.
The consequences are non-existent. Thanks.
Oh,
Are
no.
super mutants here?
Also, the other reason I do is because and I don't know if it's still going to be tenable if I play this again, but I used to use Conqueror for the first version of Sim Settlements, which I don't know if I'm even going to bother installing Sim Settlements 2 until it has its own version of Conqueror. And I would always set it so that every settlement was pre-populated and pre-built up,
Yeah.
So that when I then go to play Nuka World, and I would have incentive to actually try and raid the entire wasteland.
Because then there's like actual cities to raid. Imagine that.
Yeah, and they're difficult because they actually set up fucking defenses, and they have like full populations and shit.
Like,
Crazy.
to me, that's the craziest part. Like the whole part of Fallout 4 not having like oh fuck that. Hold on, excuse me. 2 seconds. Not having any good cities, literally just having the two, is that like, what am I supposed to raid? Fallout? Hey, Fallout?
Yeah, like, what are
A
you...
farm with some mute fruits in it, I guess. That's it.
And that's it. It's like, okay, well, it's not really...
Also, like, you're telling me that there's been a wasteland here for 200 fucking years and they couldn't figure out more than one city?
Yeah.
It is just...
I mean,
it's,
you know,
we
it's
talk
Fallout
about it all
4.
the time, how embarrassing it is that there's just, like, fucking nothing.
There's like fucking nothing. Yeah, I mean, we
After 200 years.
Diamond City still is and feels smaller than half of the New Vegas Strip, which isn't even actually like the full
Right.
city.
It's very
crazy to
weird.
me.
I don't know if that video is still available, but I always think about that one fucking shantification of Fallout video, right?
The where do they eat?
Yeah, where it's like where they're going to Megaton in Fallout 3. It's like, hey, where do they eat? And I think about because that one guy who did that insane Fallout 4 review brought it up in context of Fallout 4, but it's just like, yeah, they watched the Where Do They Eat video and kind of got that, but did not do the follow through of like, hey, should we try and examine how this place has developed over the last 200 years, or are we just gonna make what we make and then backfill it? You know?
Yeah.
And it's tragic, because I think, like, New Vegas, again, does a really good job of going, like, well, how has this developed over this length of time? How is it affected by politics? How is, like, oh, this place is like this because the cons had a fight with the fucking NCR, like, 10 years ago, and you can feel the echoes of that through the entire fucking, like, northwest half of that entire map, and it's like, I wish Fallout tried to do that at all.
I wish anything happened instead of nothing happening.
Oh, but what if nothing happened?
What if
I
there
think
were
I
still
could-
Nothing's gonna
skeletons
happen.
around? Like, throw those out.
Okay, so like, what if, you know, there's a subway, and there was a bench in it, right? And there was a skeleton on it, and the skeleton was holding a teddy bear with a funny little hat on it.
I mean, yes, that's good. I like that. That is a good thing.
Okay, I'm going to replace all world building plot with that.
With that, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, with just that.
I like the skeleton, like the stuff that's like a skeleton with a hat on it, you know, like. But like, I would also like some stuff that isn't that.
I would
you
like
know?
if I could get a more lived-in feeling world, and the price I had to pay was some of the funny skeletons. Hell, I think even if the price I had to pay was all the funny skeletons, I would do it because modders can add in funny skeletons
Yeah.
really easily.
The thing is that like, not to like, you know, relitigate this whole conversation because we've had it 100 times, but I'm going to anyways. It's like, if Fallout 4 leaned harder into the whole notion, so like, generally speaking, the like fan accepted reason for why the Commonwealth is the way it is that it's Institute meddling, right? Because like, it's a thing that Piper and Nick bring up once or twice, is that there was an attempt to start a Commonwealth provisional government, which was like all of the settlements that previously existed came together and they're like, yeah, we're gonna have a representational government. Everybody shows up and, you know, we
And then the Illuminati
have, like, a
underground
big-
snake people.
yeah, and then like and then the thing is that the Institute sends somebody to like kill everybody there. So it's like, okay, so the Commonwealth has been intentionally kept under development so that they can be easy research subjects for the Institute. Cool, right? Like that's a neat idea.
Yeah.
But like they don't really lean into it.
No, because also
take the
here's the
hand
thing,
wave, right?
Because here's the thing too, is that like that's like okay, that's a good surface level explanation, and then you look at the rest of the game where it's like, well, the Institute can already make perfect, indistinguishable from human infiltrators who are perfectly matched, and literally the only way you can tell is either you kill them and scoop out their brain, or you have like the perk that lets you like see enemy like resistances, and you can see, this guy has more elemental resistances, which means he's a synth, right? Like one of those like things. But like, what? But so like, yeah, sure, they're keeping the Commonwealth, like, you know, keeping them divided so they're easier test subjects. What do they need them for?
Yeah, to what end?
Because they already like manufacture infinite food. They have infinite power. They have perfect androids. Like, what are we doing here?
To what end? Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
All motivation.
It all just reminds me of the Fallout, the 4chan post from Fallout 3 that succinctly and perfectly describes the entire plot of Fallout 3. And it's just how it's like, so everyone needs to turn on the water purifier. Because we all have the exact same goal, we have to fight over it.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Meanwhile, Colonel Autumn gets to a place he shouldn't be able to go to after being supposedly killed, but not really dying. To do a thing that we were going to do, to make us do a thing we were going to do anyway.
The thing we were going to do anyway. Yeah, exactly.
That's correct. So what's the issue here?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, why?
The problem is that the Institute has this stick to it that makes you think, like, the Bethesda people really liked Old World Blues, or rather saw that everyone liked Old World Blues, and rewrote the Institute to match that better.
Well, that's literally. Yeah, go ahead.
Didn't understand, but like the whole point of like the whole reason that the Old World Blues is like that, and why it's so wacky and crazy, the humor masks the tragedy of every single one of these characters who are working inside of this facility has incredibly advanced dementia, and that's why it's like that.
Yeah,
because it to a certain extent, it's literally about the horror of giving a bunch of fucking geriatrics the reign over an unaccountable military enterprise.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just like oh, by the way, I love this boss fight. It's very fun. You have to knock the medallions out of him in order to put him back in the chest so that he becomes not invincible anymore.
Cute.
It's a fun little mechanic.
But
no,
the
the Institute is just basically exactly like Rapture, where it's like, well, yeah, of course it failed. None of you planned for the eventuality of, oh, what if one of the pipes burst?
It just
like, the thing is that the thing, you know, we were saying like, oh, you know, the Institute feels like, oh, people like Old World Blues, so we tried to make it like that. And the deal is that, like, yeah, because the whole plot of Fallout 4 ultimately is, well, people like New Vegas because it's about a bunch of factions fighting over the same resource, right? Like, the end of Fallout 4 is, like, all of these factions want the same, like, nuclear power resource, right? Like, that's what it all boils down to. And they wrongly took away that was the part everybody liked about New Vegas. And it's like, no, you misunderstand.
Their MO is like, people like New Vegas, let's copy New Vegas, and they only did the surface level, what is the content in the game, and did not examine any further, like, okay, what are the connections, themes, etc. here that make that make this resonate with people? Or like, well, this has factions, they must want factions, let's do some factions. Well, this has the factions vying over a single goal, okay, we'll do that. Some of the factions are wacky and weird. We're gonna, make
Try to do that.
We're gonna make the Institute kind of like a weird underground reptilian mole man situation, staffed with incompetent people, because that'll make it relatable and likable somehow. It's like, you guys really just did not. This is the equivalent of being assigned like the critical reading assignment and just like literally pasting in the Cliff Notes plot summary. And then turning that in and being like, well, why'd you give me a D- on this assignment? I did what you asked. And it's like, you actually didn't do what I asked. That's actually the big problem here.
That's actually the issue here, is that you literally were not paying attention.
It's so frustrating. But like, when you take a far enough step back, that has been Bethesda's like sweeping understanding of Fallout as a whole, because they do the same thing with. They continue to do the same thing with the super mutants, who, as a faction, are not a bunch of like hulking brutes. They're just
Right, yeah. They're just mutant guys, you know?
Well, and again, the super mutants are part of the problem, where it's like they know how to make fantasy RPGs, they know how to make Oblivion and traditional D&D style dungeon crawlers, and they're just like, oh, well, you can just make orcs and just pay super mutant over it. That's all you have to do, and it's like ignoring the problem of like, no, that genre of fantasy has also moved past just being like, orc brutes. It's like, they try to do some shit with that now, but now it's just like that's their MO for Fallout, which is also not a fantasy in any way, shape, or form. Right. But they keep trying to make it fantasy, which is why you get weird shit like the Brotherhood of Steel or this Paladin Order instead of being a bunch of reclusive, useless nerds.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so weird. It's so, I don't know. They just don't have, I guess they have writers on. They did hire guys like Chris Takahashi to like do quest design and stuff at Bethesda. Gotcha. So like maybe Starfield will be good. But it's weird because like I like Far Harbor, like going back to Far Harbor, I like it a lot. I like its writing. Like I like what it's doing. I think it's still a little whack in some ways. But like because like it's still Bethesda and Bethesda's got a Bethesda, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like in a lot of ways it's literally like the plot of Fallout 4 just like condensed down into like a more interesting, because you're literally, it's like the locals, a weird kind of reclusive pseudo-religious faction / actual religious faction in Far Harbor, and the weird synths who are up to some shit, right? Like
down to the thing where like your central thing rallies around the synth faction, and then the synth guy doing the thing they never did in fucking vanilla Fallout 4 that was the super obvious thing. It's like, hey, you don't know you're not a synth.
Yeah, and then like, it's literally about like the whole idea of the Institute of killing and replacing people to make the locals more complacent, or to make them more, not complacent, pliant, right? Like easier to work with. And it's like, oh, okay, well you obviously understand what could have been the interesting crux of Fallout 4, but you stuck it in this really good, it's really good DLC. It's just very weird to me. Like, it's obvious somebody there knows what they're doing, but everything else at Bethesda keeps getting in their way. And I know it's not Emil Pack, because I hate his guts, and I think he's a bad writer, and I would kill him with a knife if I met him in person in Minecraft. You know what I mean?
In Minecraft, yeah.
In Minecraft, I would kill him with a knife in person in Minecraft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd raid whatever server he's on and take all of his diamonds violently.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have this conversation all the time. I've put 2,500 hours in this video game.
Yeah, I guess I'm still getting. Sarah, guess what? You're still playing it right now.
I'm still playing it right now.
I still think it's pretty whack that Far Harbor came out was good, and then like Nuka World came out after it, and then like did not apparently learn any lessons from it at all.
That's the other crazy thing about Nuka. Okay, so Nuka World is just like kind of mid. It's fine. It's like a fun.
It's an amusement park, like literally. It's very fun, but it's completely shallow.
Yeah, and that's fine. Sometimes you can do that, but like, it's really weird to me that Nuka World came second.
Yeah,
like
it does not feel like the second one of those two. It feels like the first one.
It feels like the first one. It feels like this is ostensibly the last canon plot thing of Fallout 4. So do your funny, goofy, vacation, and then you go and do the one that's like
serious
about something. It's like, yeah, we're going to talk about what's going on in the base game, but with a more nuanced kind of like tone and reflection on like this whole idea of like replacing people in order to maintain like a peaceful society, right?
Mm-hmm,
it's like, yeah, that's what you end the fucking game on, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but no, so they're like, we're gonna get all of our pathos out of the way so we can make a really shallow DLC where people who want to play chaotic evil characters can do so a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's like, alright, oh, that's fine, I guess. It just seems like you've kind of mixed up your priorities.
Also, I'm gonna wrap this up soon, but we have one more song in Atlantica to do first.
Under the sea.
Under the sea, ba-da-ba-da-ba.
I'm blue da dee da ba die.
At least there's Erickson. He's a super mutant who talks and is cool, and he's in
Also-
Far Harbor. God damn it!
Also, Forville introduces a cool super mutant.
Yeah, Forville has a
Doctor.
cool super mutant. Yeah, the Doctor is a really
Yeah.
cool guy.
I
but
miss,
also,
I miss Grandma from New Vegas.
Yeah.
me too.
Oh, Lily. I
Yeah.
love Lily.
There's that
So
there's that
cute.
fucking thing from the art book for Fallout 4 where they're like, yeah, we originally wanted to make the super mutants like more fleshed out and like emotional and like rounded out and stuff. But we decided to just make them more like thugs.
Yeah, you
It's
know.
like, I'll kill you with it. If it's your fault, Todd, I'm gonna kill you with an axe. It's probably Todd's fault.
It's so weird because it's also like the thing like we mentioned, like, oh, they do a lot of ripping off of New Vegas because like New Vegas is the one that people liked more than Fallout 3, which clearly ground some people's gears, and then did not, like, aside from not understanding that it's not a content thing, it's a spirit thing, its own thing, just also like New Vegas did all the work to go like, here's how you do super mutants in a good way, and Fallout 4 just did not steal any of it.
Yeah, no.
I know.
It went back to its roots. They even had Michael Dorn come back to play Marcus.
Ugh.
Oh, that's right.
What a waste of Michael Dorn. Fuck.
He only got like 6 lines, but I mean, he got to actually like be a character, which is a thing that no super mutant gets in fucking Fallout 4.
Not a single one. Not even your mutant companion, like your requisite.
I was
super
thinking of a
mutant
different
companion.
character. I was thinking of a different character. You're right. That was a good use of him.
Yeah, Marcus is great. I love him.
I was thinking of the Fallout 4 super mutant companion for a second. I'm like,
No,
what a waste. Why would you get Michael Dorn for that guy?
No,
that's Sean Schimmel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know who you got is Goku for that.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's Sean Schimmel. Which is weird, because he doesn't... I can't hear Goku at all.
Well, Sean Schimel's like normal like speaking voice is nothing like Goku. It is very much a character act.
That's crazy to me.
Well, it's like if you're playing Skyrim and you meet Parthenex and someone goes, yeah, by the way, that's Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've been to panels and Sean Schimmel sounds nothing like it.
That's
it's
insane.
so crazy.
The amount of work Sean Schimmel does to be Goku is honestly phenomenal. And he's been doing it for like 25 years at this point.
Yeah, no, I loved that they it's one of my favorite parts about New Vegas is like as you get into Jacobstown, it starts playing one of the themes from Fallout 2.
And it's like, oh, this is like a thing.
It's like a whole thing, and then you see Marcus and his name shows up, and then you hear Michael Dorn and you go, oh, they got him back. They paid this man money to replace his role.
All this to say, it was a mistake to ever let Bethesda have Fallout back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is my sincere hope that after a long enough period of like Microsoft owning Bethesda, they'll just be like, no, listen to us, you pricks. You're letting Obsidian work on your fucking video game. You can't be trusted. Make Starfield and Elder Scrolls, you shits.
Mm-hmm.
You get Elder Scrolls. You get Elder Scrolls. Obsidian gets Fallout.
And you just have to you make your new Elder Scrolls with your quote-unquote brand new engine, and when you're done with that, you hand that shit over to Obsidian so they can make you a Fallout game with your table scraps that tastes better than the meal you prepared.
And then they look at Obsidian and say, listen, Obsidian, you're making Fallout, not the Outer Worlds.
Well, they need to get like some the problem is like the Outer Worlds is what happens when Obsidian makes a Fallout, but like none of the good writers are involved.
Yeah, I don't think any of the Black Isle people were involved for that one.
No, because the instant you put a Black Isle person in there, it turns into Fallout. And so since they didn't own the IP at the time, it was like going to be a legal liability if they accidentally made a Fallout. So they made the Outer Worlds instead, and that game's really bad.
Yes.
I'm so sad.
I'm very upset that Outer Worlds ended up being bad.
Well, life comes at you slow.
Hey, look! By the way, Ursula gave Ariel 8 legs. It's 8 legs, right? I think 8.
7 vaginas, maybe more.
Maybe more.
Imagine.
Thanks, Grimsby. Okay, Grimsby, bye.
Bye.
However, Flareon is the only fully evolved Fire-type Pokemon that cannot learn Solar Beam.
Oh god, I can't not fuck him.
I like that Sun and Moon came out and someone felt compelled to go back and update that comic with relevant dialogue that is now as of Generation 8, Flareon and Salazzle are the only two fully evolved fire types that cannot learn Solar Beam. And change nothing else.
Someone photoshopped the panel where Eric is going, "Oh no, she went back to the sea." They changed it to, "Oh no, I forgot Incineroar."
Gee, Eric, looks like you didn't have a leg to stand on.
Oh, God almighty.
One of the most subtle jokes in that comic before he became voice acted was when she rips off her dress to reveal her legs, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go back to my castle." Is that he still has
his flute is going off at the same time.
His flute's in his mouth still. She rips off her dress and just hisses.
Yeah. Just.
You sound like two horses.
Just shrieks like a pterodactyl.
Yeah. Men love pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls.
I like you. You sound like two horses.
Oh, I gotta go with the Vim.
I just also like the pile of legs, and Eric somehow knows, oh, she went back to the sea.
Yeah. I don't want to go to the Vim factory.
What if you did?
Vim isn't even that good. Let's be real.
No, that's the whole point. It's like it's like Moxie.
It's Coke versus Pepsi.
Well, no, that's not.
No, it's more like
like
it is specifically Moxie.
Oh,
because Moxie is like a northeasterner thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a weird drink for freaks up in Maine.
And as someone who's tried Moxie, it is fucking disgusting.
It is weird tasting.
It's just a cola. It's just a cola, but like it's just.
Not like...
No, it's just a cola.
It's just a bland
cola. It's a cola? Like an RC cola? Or...
Yeah, it's like it is a non-Coke cola, and it is really nasty.
It's so
weird. Okay.
I don't know exactly what they use instead, but you can pick up some anise in it, like just barely. So they use different herbs or whatever for like the cola part.
I think the difference is like RC Cola goes for a much milder taste. So like RC Cola doesn't taste that good, but it's not like offensive. It's just like whatever. But Moxie goes for a completely different combination of herbs and spices and fruit flavors or whatever that is just completely rancid.
Mm-hmm. Well, my friend Dave and I visited down in Florida, and we were like hanging out, like picking up snacks and whatnot to for the weekend and whatnot. We're like, there's Tab Cola down here. Let's actually try it. Let's give Tab a shot.
Oh no.
Not really,
and guess
what?
what?
Tab is diet soda.
Tab is very bad, actually.
Yeah, because there is no diet Tab. There is only Tab because it's already a diet cola.
Oh, so part of why it tastes bad. All right, So, Moxie is a brand of carbonated beverages among the first mass-produced soft drinks in the United States. Created around 1876 by Augustine Thompson as a patent medicine called Moxie Nerve Food, which is, normal, because that's what Coca-Cola used to be, too. The sweet soda is similar to root beer, with a bitter aftertaste. It is flavored with gentian root extract, an extremely bitter substance commonly used in herbal medicine.
That makes sense.
So it's bitter. It's bitter Coke.
It's just cough syrup.
So it's just supposed to be like a medicine.
It's just lean, but with Coke.
Well, Sarah, it's like Coca-Cola was also originally a medical drink, because like carbonated soft drinks were like for when in their inceptions billed as being kind of something you would drink for physical well-being.
They were a digestive.
The problem is stuff like Coke. It had a flavor profile that through adaptation. Retained its edibility and attractiveness as like a consumer food. The problem with Moxie is that you cannot get the taste of Victorian herbal medicine drink out of Moxie. It is in fact the entire identity of Moxie.
Who saved me that night in the storm?
Great.
I will say one thing about the Kingdom Hearts 2 Atlantica, which is that Sora just solved the plot of the movie real quick. When they're like, oh, Ursula's disguised as a pretty lady and is using Ariel's voice. And Sora's like, nope, fixing that right away, and just shot it with a laser.
Oh my god. I have horrible news.
Oh no.
Moxie was designated the official soft drink of Maine on May 10th, 2005. It continues to be regionally popular today, particularly in New England states. It was previously produced by the Moxie Beverage Company of Bedford, New Hampshire, until Moxie was purchased by the Coca-Cola Company in 2018.
No!
Unfortunately.
See, the problem is
scares me,
that,
because
like,
now I'm worried they'll go get a Moxie at some point and it'll suddenly be good because they took the horrible shit out of it.
See, but that's the problem, is that we gotta have a national bad soda.
Yeah.
It's like how, like, there's no more, like, there's no really bad movies anymore. There's just kind of like middling movies,
Yeah.
right?
We don't have
Like,
garbage
all movies
anymore.
We don't really have garbage. We just kind of have like nothing.
Well,
it's all just the same gray paste.
No,
I mean, there's some good movies, but
we did have Suicide Squad. That's a bad movie.
Yeah, but like on the grand scheme of things, right?
Yeah, no.
You gotta have a bad soda. We gotta have a national bad soda.
What Moxie does have going for it is this is a antiquated branding, shall we say, but the funniest branding of any soda in the fucking world.
Really good though.
Hold on, I gotta see.
Oh my god!
I love it. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Also worth noting, the popular usage of the word Moxie comes from this soda, not the other way around.
Really?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, because the guy who invented this basically made the word up, and it's assumed to be a borrow word from one of the Native American nations that is like local to that area, because it likely derives from the Abenaki word that means dark water, and that's like an Algonquin thing.
Okay.
It's similar to that, and and as far as anyone knows, he came up with the name basically out of whole cloth, so people just think it's from that. So the popular usage of that word comes from this horrible soda.
That's so funny.
I'm frustrated because I'm thinking about it now, and it's just kind of like sinking in how not just Moxie Cola, but some of my favorite soda brands as a youth has been absorbed by the Coca-Cola Company, including personal favorite all-natural organic soda, Natural Hanson's.
Oh no! RC Cola, by the way, is now owned by Keurig Dr. Pepper. By the by.
Yeah.
Woo!
The world we live in just sucks. I don't like it.
Everything's just getting kind of absorbed into just like a handful of companies. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. It's music time.
At the turn of the last
excited?
century, we went out of our way to break down monopolies before they got too big, and now we're right back where we started.
We're back where we started.
I heard Ted Kaczynski plays Minecraft.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Is that so?
I'm not making any inferences here, so if you have any ideas about
it's fine.
demonetizing Ben's stream, it's unnecessary. I just thought it was an interesting fact.
Did you know people
Did you know
people
people
die
in
in car crashes all the
all the
time,
time?
even in the sequels? I just thought that was
That's
interesting.
Oh my god, please die.
I think so.
Thank you. Ah, thanks, Valentine. Oh, fuck!
Boy, I cannot wait until I get to play Melody of Memory, which is
Oh,
a good
fuck.
rhythm game.
All right.
Where are you? There you are.
What a feeble human. No, I can't believe my eyes. Such a stubborn royal who is fighting for his prize without your
Yes.
mermaid. Now you're crazy with revenge.
Someone put the ultimate all-time No More Heroes gif on my dashboard again.
Yes, excellent.
This one.
Right. We're with you.
Yeah! Okay, this will be the. Oh fuck, we gotta get inside now.
Strong as the tide, sweet as poopsies, hasten to my side right now.
I will give props to Fallout 4 for one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's that they invented the concept of the super mutant suicider, which is one of the more horrifying sounds you can hear
Oh, yeah, I
while
hate
you're
that.
just kind of minding your own business in downtown Boston.
Oh,
I got-
it's so great because the sound is so like thorough that you go into vats to try and find them, and it makes it scarier.
Yeah, it's great.
I got like pinned. I blew up one, and I got pinned down by some other mutants, and then I heard another one ticking, and I was like, "Oh please God, no, not now!"
Oh god, speak of the devil! Oh god, oh!
You wish that hell into existence yourself, sweetheart.
You knocked.
Sorry.
You knocked, looking for the devil.
Oh,
Eventually, he answered.
Oh, you're right. If you go knocking on enough doors. Okay, I'm still alive. We're good. We're good. We're good. Just barely, but like, it's fine.
Man, Prince Eric kicks ass. Threw a harpoon straight through a sea witch's chest.
In the movie, he drives a boat through her. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
there aren't. If you think about it, there aren't many Disney princes that actually earn it. You know, like a lot of the classic ones, but like Eric does. Eric puts in the work.
Eric puts in the work for sure.
He really
For
does.
sure, for sure.
Please, Ariel.
I think he's cute.
Come out now.
That was my favorite Disney movie as a child. I eventually switched over to Beauty and the Beast just because, like, as an adult, I watched that movie and I'm like, this is a really good movie. But when I was a kid, it was definitely.
For me, it is always a toss-up between the two, with Aladdin like trailing in third.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I think that trilogy is a pretty good trio to have in your top favorites.
And then, of course, the sleeper hit is Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is not, which is like good, but also kind of like
It has a tone problem.
it has a tone
A little
problem.
bit. I don't. You know what?
I don't know if you know this.
I don't
but
know.
Hunchback of
I'm gonna
Notre
say
Dame has
I'm going to have a
tone
wild
problem.
opinion about
Uh-huh.
Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is that I don't think it needed George Costanza.
Yeah, this is
Now,
controversial.
I think literally everything can be improved with the addition of George Costanza.
See, this is what I think. However, my problem is that you could very easily get George Costanza to be a serious actor. They just chose not to because he's the Seinfeld funnyman.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Here's the
Like-
thing. I think. Okay, I don't think we have George Costanza.
What I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. I think it was a mistake to get George Costanza, not to get Jason Alexander.
Okay, that's
I say. I think
What am I putting skills into? And don't say speech.
speech.
Lock
Explosives.
picking.
Oh, lockpicking is the actual correct answer.
So I feel like basically every hold on, who's the last actor I'm thinking of? I feel like any given like property, any show or video game or movie or whatever, can be improved by including one of the three following. Which is Jason Alexander,
Mm-hmm.
Wallace Shawn
Yes.
or John Delancey.
Okay.
I think in any video game, show, movie, whatever, where you don't have one of those three, you can have one of those three, not more than one, mind, but one of those three, voice a character and improve it by at least 1 point on a 10 scale.
I think I can get behind that.
Worked for OKKO.
I will also add a secret fourth option for if you can't get any of those people. If you get the guy who plays fucking Dr. Venture, whose name escapes me at the moment, I think he's also pretty good.
Jackson Public?
Yeah. No. That's not Jackson. It's the other one, James Urbaniak.
It's Urbaniak.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
you can also put Urbaniak in something and it get a point better.
Yeah.
So he's like the dark horse pick, I think.
He does massively improve New Vegas by dint of showing up for
just by being
4
Rusty
minutes.
Venture.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised he's not in more things.
Unfortunately, he is in the new Justin Roiland game.
Oh.
Is he? Oh my
shame.
god, he is. Yes, he could. You know what? Did you know that Red Letter Media just has a full audio commentary track for a movie in that game?
Isn't it for a fake movie also?
No, it's a real movie.
Oh, okay.
You can just sit in a movie theater and watch an entire movie while Mike, Jay, and Rich do a commentary track over it.
That's okay. That's actually a value add because
And what-
everything else about that game does not speak
And
to
what
me
I'm
whatsoever.
so what I'm saying is that at some point I'm going to be streaming High on Life.
Oh, please pirate it. They use AR. They use AI in that game, and I really hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's the one scenario where someone's presented me a case where it's like, no, I would actually feel bad giving this company money, actually. But
So look forward to that stream eventually at some point. But
whenever a copy of that game falls off the back of the bus.
yeah. But for now I am done playing actually good game Kingdom Hearts 2 because I as is tradition apparently signing off by doing a level of Atlantica.
That's right.
What a horrible tradition to have.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
What a terrible night to have a curse.
I will see all of you later. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back with more streaming stuff later.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Night-o.